Gaming Morning Show.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, Gaming Morning Show is on.
Wait,
Austin, your mom is here?
No.
Why did I look over where Bob is?
Austin, your mom is here?
Is she over there?
I sure hope not.
Is she in the box?
Whoa.
I haven't seen her in like 2 days.
Get out of here, Beelin. I just got the new marble tile installed and you'll mess up the grout. Besides, like our friend Oh Guitar Boy said,
Sorry, KK.
it's time for the clinically acclaimed gaming morning show. Or should I say, award-winning.
And we have a clip of the year, friends. It is the Lost City of D live.
Glad we won.
Woo! Burp, burp, burp.
Kiki Lowe is in search of something.
I need a D that works.
There's the D. Searching in the universe because the D is currently broken.
Gaming Morning Show won clip of the year.
Oh my gosh.
But don't you dare expect to put that Chris Emmy Memorial Clip of the Year trophy in this
I
box.
probably should have prepared something more special.
I'm getting the walls repainted soon. Now where to put the chandelier or the bearskin rug? Oh, and the piano, can't forget that.
Maybe there is somebody in the world that can help her. Maybe somebody who sings a song.
6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Morning, gamer. It's Gaming Morning Show. Thanks for being aboard. It's Friday, January 21st, 2022. We are excited to have you along. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningShow.tv. Good morning to you. That is Look, It's Mike O, left side of your screen. I am Hefty Goof, and we have 3 hours of fun and shenanigans planned for you over the course of this fine program. Good morning, Mike.
Did you say welcome aboard?
Ahoy.
I mean, I thought everything felt a little weird this morning. I didn't realize we were on a boat. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. Ahoy, matey. Permission to come aboard. Oh God.
Get on the show. Get on the show, little buddy. We're gonna make it 3-hour tour.
Oh, gosh.
Yep. It's gonna work out. Look at that thing. That's a well-traveled hat there.
Yeah, it appears so. Holy moly.
That hat's seen things.
Oof. Sorry, hat.
That's right. It goes back in the closet. Bob's over there. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. If I ever post a picture though of Bob wearing a captain's hat, you know Bob got out of the box. So
It'll break the internet.
it could. It'd be pretty funny.
Shillelagh Shenanigans.
Shillelagh. Okay.
Did he say Shillelagh?
Sure did.
I love that Eric Clapton song.
Oh, Shillelagh.
Layla. It's gonna work out.
Put it on a pancake.
Okay, well, that's more like Bob.
Stick to that, Bob. Stick to that one.
We have a lot of fun planned, as I mentioned. Gaming Morning Show, morning gaming news coming up. This could potentially be, I mean, Mike will always be the Vice video game expert, but this might be Mike's last one doing the news because Sean might be back on Monday.
Not gonna lie, I'm fine with that.
Your finger's bleeding from all the typing?
Doing great. We're doing awesome.
Everything's good. We do have some good headlines. There's some Zelda news in there. There's some Marvel news in there, so we'll share that coming up in this edition of Gaming Morning Show. I was searching the Twitter. We'll talk more about birthdays this day in gaming history. It looks like Meatloaf died this morning.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Sorry.
You can't
I should have done something better than that.
Oh. Crap.
Yeah, I was looking for trending topics, and it looks like Meatloaf passed away this morning.
Jeez, oh Pete.
So.
Oh man, he didn't look very good. Okay, makes sense.
Is that on the Twitter picture?
Yeah.
Oh no. So.
This does not look good.
Rest in peace, Meatloaf. We'll talk more about that coming up in birthdays. But yeah, that was, I think, the #1 trending thing this morning when I woke up.
Yeah, good gravy.
So,
well,
is it just me, or does
he had COVID?
Does it feel like we have more like people dying toward the beginning / end of the year? So like we had the Betty White, John Madden, I remember Dan Reeves because of the Broncos, but like we had a pretty steady stream of people dying, and
Bob
that's kind of
Saget?
continued. Yeah, Bob Saget.
Yeah, it keeps going.
Is it just
I think
because it's the beginning of the year we notice it more, or do a lot of more people die like at the beginning of the year?
I mean, you party pretty hard at the holidays, and then you're like, ah.
Statistically, I'm sure that can't be true, right? Right?
I doubt it.
I mean, Downs is here.
Maybe because, well, so here's the thing, right? In the wintertime, disease numbers go up, or like illness numbers go up because everyone's indoors, everyone's close contact. In the summertime, you can like sit outside and hang out. During the winter, everyone gets together, right? And that, I mean, statistically proven, that's when illnesses go up drastically between the months of November and March because of, all of that. Plus, you have the changes in temperatures. Like you go hot, cold, that's going to make you sick, as opposed in the summer where it's like hot to hot, 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 hot. So I think that's part of it. But it looks like, it sounds like, and obviously it could just be people saying, but it sounds like Meatloaf died due to complications from COVID. So get your facts. But yeah, so that's a huge bummer. Could have been prevented, but I mean, it is what it is.
Downs is here. Winter is deadly for the old, as you were talking about, Mike. And
You're not wrong.
I love
for
Meatloaf
a slew of
albums.
reasons. Yeah.
I mean, isn't this flu and cold season typically? Is that what you're talking about? The winter seasons?
Yeah, flu and cold season, like triples in the wintertime. Because people get sick because they're out and about, and just normally you go from hot to cold, it's gonna mess with your body. But I mean, you throw in, and we actually noticed that too with my work, where like the number of injuries to seniors go up drastically in the wintertime because it's harder for them to get help because people are snowed in or whatever, so they're falling, they're breaking things. So yeah, I mean, as far as the celebrity things go, I think it's just, I mean, with Twitter and everything's a lot more. Not saying that Twitter is killing people, but yeah, I think it's just, tis the season. Plus, you add some COVID. Plus, you just add some of the people that we grew up with are getting older, so they're getting close to their time. So it's crazy.
Twitter's killing people.
Rip.
Just kidding. They're not out.
Get off Twitter, quick.
Now, according to CNN, this was about 8 minutes ago. Meatloaf, larger-than-life singer whose bombastic rock opera Bat Out of Hell is one of the best-selling albums of all time, died at age 74, according to a statement on his verified Facebook page. Our hearts are broken to announce that the incomparable Meatloaf passed away tonight with his wife, Deborah, by his side. The statement read, daughters Pearl and Amanda and close friends have been with him throughout the last 24 hours. End quote. Meatloaf's agent confirmed his death at CNN. No cause of death was shared, according to CNN. All right, let's talk more about birthdays this day in gaming history. At 6:50 today, we'll have news coming up in about 10 minutes from now. Today is National Hugging Day. Do you want to hug?
No.
Are you a hugger in non-pandemic times?
Then I'm gonna get sick. In non-pandemic times, I'm a very good hugger, and I enjoy hugs. I'm Mike, and I like warm hugs.
Are you like a nice little like long squeeze? Are you like the one arm pat on the back?
No, I like a hug. I get in there.
Firm embrace.
I get in there. Yeah. All right. Everyone says they love my hugs because it's like being enveloped by a big warm blanket.
Aw, I like that. Yeah, I like hugs too. In fact, I've had more instances though over the last 2 years because of the pandemic where people are actually asking for hugs because people miss actually hugging other people. So
it's true.
Yeah,
it's sad.
Today's International Playdate Day. Maiko, you want to come over and play?
Sure. What are we playing?
G.I. Joe.
Cool.
I'm
in.
Turtles, because I have way more turtles than I have G.I. Joe.
Oh, that's fair.
That scoreboard's actually incredibly lopsided because it just dawned on me I don't think I own a G.I. Joe.
Yeah. I have like 8 of them in a bag that no one can touch. Actually, I have like a whole... So I bought a bunch off of Marketplace for Mackelty to play with when she was younger because she wanted to play... Because I have some that are special to me that you don't touch. No one touches. These are Daddy's G.I. Joes. You don't touch them. She wanted to play with them, so I bought like 25 off of Marketplace. I was like, these are yours, and then she never touched them again. So now they're just over there in like a bin.
Yeah, when they were no longer yours, they were no longer desirable.
Yeah, more or less.
Fair enough.
Top of the moron.
Good morning, Kate Zade. Kate Zade says, I like hugs. Do you like granola bars? Because today's also National Granola Bar Day.
I like to hug granola bars.
Granola bars are good, especially the ones that come from Costco that have a ton of chocolate chips in them. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't like the hard ones. I
Yeah.
like soft granola ones.
like those Nature's Valley ones that are like chewing on rocks.
Hey, here's a brick. I hope it's good for you.
I always have to eat those with like my side teeth. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I usually end up breaking them in the package, and then I'm like, little bits.
I just feel bad for
Suck
like,
on it for a while.
the Quakers ones. You get the variety pack. It's like, ooh, s'mores, and they're gone. Ooh, peanut butter chocolate, they're gone. Ooh, chocolate chip, they're gone. Anyone want the oatmeal raisin one?
Wah, wah.
I'm so lonely. Please, somebody pick me. So sad.
Oh boy.
It is also National Squirrel Appreciation Day, so please appreciate your squirrels today.
Those guys suck.
You still do not like them, do you?
Hate squirrels.
Ow.
Squirrels and raccoons. No, thank you.
We are going to refer you to our YouTube page, because if you type the word nuts on our YouTube page, you'll find GMS Plays Nuts, when Sean played the game called Nuts, and it was very squirrel focused, and it was hilarious. So worth checking out. But I'm also going to shout out Ruggs, who right now is streaming a 24-hour stream. So if you have a chance to go over there and say hi from GMS over the course of today, just let Ruggs know that we're supporting Ruggs for 24 hours, which is less than 12 hours done. I think started about 10 p.m. Pacific time yesterday, is what I was told. So, yeah.
She's a beat.
Last but not least, today is International Sweatpants Day, so we're asking you, do you have a favorite pair of sweatpants? And if so, what do sweatpants have to have? I'll give you an example. The sweatpants that I dislike the most and do not want to wear are those that have the cuffs at the bottom of the leg hole, right? I don't want them to be like, they're like elastic. I don't want them to be sucking up to my ankles. I want bell-bottom sweatpants. I want flares.
Is this the anniversary of the wiener window?
Is this how we got to that topic?
I think so. I think this might be how that came up. I don't like sweatpants, period. I like shorts.
Really?
Yep.
Sweatpants just
I
don't
hate
do it for you.
sweatpants.
Wow.
They're too restricting. Too restricting.
Maybe you've had the stovepipe ones like I've been talking about. Like they like suck to your thighs. It's like.
Well, so there's like trainers. I don't know what they're called, but they're kind of like, they don't go, but they like do their thing, and they're really nice. I like them a lot. I prefer not to wear sweatpants. So it's too restricting.
You must have a similar issue that I do with the cuffs at the ankles, except you just don't want cuffs past your like groin. Is what you're basically saying.
Kind of. I don't like when my shorts fit tight to my groin either, though. So there's that. I like baggy shorts.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look and see what we were talking about last January 21st, because I do remember we got on the topic of pajama pants, and then Sean brought up the wiener window. Yeah,
he sure did. He said he didn't like them,
Yeah.
which is fair, you know. Because whenever you sit down, it opens, and you're like, oh gosh, like okay.
K-Laugh, remind me to look in the break, and I will see if I can find both. If it was in fact on International Sweatpants Day last year, and I'll try to find that clip because that clip is great. That was one of Mike's first shows, or at least in the first like, month. So, which would make sense. So, Kate says, I'm about to munch on some cashews because Kate does like nuts. Down says, I don't mind cuffs. Helps fit in my wellies.
Great.
Huh?
You know what wellies are?
No.
They're like rain boots.
Really?
That's what the Brits call the rain boots.
Really?
I think they're the brand. I think the brand is Wellingtons, so they call them wellies for short.
Oh, so it's kind of like Kleenex. So rain boots just kind of became associated with a brand over there.
Yeah.
Or is it possible to have a monopoly? in the UK.
It might. I mean, maybe. I guess it's possible.
Speaking of doodly doos, go to our Discord.
gosh.
Oh my gosh! Yesterday, Gabe Pride was watching. I made the rounds yesterday. I was very proud of my evening of streaming, watching, because I found a whole bunch of folks I hadn't stopped in on in a long time. So I was just making the rounds, and I stopped into Gabe Pride stream for a while. And he mentioned in the UK, and then went doodly doo. It was great. It's great. It's in our Discord. It's in our Discord. I love sweatpant. I love sweatpant style shorts.
Interesting.
So are they like sweatpants material, but they're shorts?
That's kind of what it sounds like. I had a friend that I worked with at camp who had a pair of shorts that were made out of like a towel. It was weird.
Like a repurposed towel?
It kind of looked like that, yeah. You know, like the towels that are like all, like fuzzy.
Yeah.
It was like that.
Those kind of sound really comfortable.
Yeah, but you'd also keep chicken nuggets in the pocket, which was a little weird. But
Oh wait, what?
that's a whole other story.
Did the towel?
Sometimes I'll get hungry.
Did the towel help with the storage of the chicken nuggets? Was that the whole point?
Maybe kept them moist.
Oh no, that's so gross. So gross sounding. Oh, gross. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Going the right way.
The top of
Good
the moron.
moron.
See you, Aura. It's good to see you. I have two pairs that are my favorite: a dark green pair and a black pair. And then K-Laugh mentioned I was just going to talk about fitting in wellies. Bell-bottom sweatpants get soaked around the hem. Good to have both.
It's true. They do get soaked pretty bad.
Huh. You know, so I have been known to roll the waistline up when I go outside to avoid my sweatpants. I had this pair. I'm going to bring them in. Yep. If I can find them in the break, I'm going to bring in my Broncos sweatpants.
You have a lot to do in the break.
What was the other thing? I already forgot.
The wiener window.
Yes, of course. Yes. So I have a pair of Broncos sweatpants that I am no longer allowed to wear because they now have so many holes in them that my wife was like, it's just not okay. You cannot wear that around the house. You cannot wear it with a mouse. You cannot wear it in a car or on a plane or in a train. You've gone too far. So.
Nice. I have a lot of T-shirts like that where Megan's like, you can't wear that out. Like, why? She's like, I don't know which one's the head hole. I go, oh.
They're not
It's
big.
fair. One of them, it's like way down. Yeah. I've had it for like, I got it. It's a shirt from 2006. So I was like, but it's comfortable.
It's so sad too because I mean those are the most comfortable pieces of clothing. They just can't withstand 15 years of constant use.
Well, it's like the one Mets one I have. It's from 1990, and it's doing real good. It's real thin. The material has worn quite a bit, and that's not good. But it's holding on. It's holding on for one more day.
Oh my gosh, it's almost like we're complaining about like they didn't make them like they used to. Well, you tried to wear it every day for 15 years. What do you expect?
Sheesh.
That's so great. Yeah, I don't keep T-shirts as much like that. I do have some that have just fallen apart, but they are mostly like used for underlayers or something. Because I have a thing, I don't like short sleeve shirts, and so I wear a lot of long T-shirts underneath like polos and things of that nature. And so it doesn't matter what they look like because they're covered up, other than I have some where like the wrist seams are starting to kind of fray. And I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to quit wearing those now. So. Good morning to you, Scott Chicken. It's good to see you.
Top of the moron.
What did you do?
Oh, and Earthling is here too. Good morning.
Top of the moron.
We sang your praises, Earthling, in my rounds yesterday because I used the twerking alien emote, and it was noticed, I think, by one Kate online. So, yeah, noticed. Earthling says, I don't know which one is the head hole. Yep, that's something Mike said.
Technically, that's something my wife said.
True.
Yeah, I didn't get to make a whole lot of rounds last night. So I threw out my back yesterday.
Oh no.
So I took some muscle relaxers. So at 4 p.m. I laid on the couch to stretch out my back, and then I woke up at 11. And then Megan was like, "You should go to bed," and I was like, "Well, it's upstairs." So I gimped my way upstairs like a 90-year-old man. And I went to bed.
Are you feeling better this morning?
Not at all.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
I'm sitting here. I got my heating pad on my back, hoping that it'll loosen up. I thought it was a muscle thing, but I think it's more structural now, which is a lot of fun. I have a history of back issues, so I dislodged my pelvis when I was young playing football. So that was fun. It's one of my favorites. So every once in a while, I'll like move, and then I can't walk for like 3 days.
Man, I'm telling you, like, there's certain injuries. Like I've shared this before. It's 6:26 West Coast time. I've shared this before. I had one radio interview I did before a game, and the coach described the player as being unavailable because of a twisted testicle. Okay, and that immediately made me go, ugh. When you said dislodge pelvis, I went, ugh.
Yeah, it went like this. It went, whack. So that sucks. Yeah, it's we were playing tackle football and I got speared, and I continued to play even though I was in excruciating pain because I'm an idiot. And then I had to like roll to the car because I couldn't walk.
Awful.
It was great. It was so much fun. Oh, to be 20 again.
Kate Zaid says, my father still wears t-shirts from before I was born. Mom hates them. This is on the topic of International Sweatpants Day. We'll talk more about that coming up later in the show. We also have a story about a dog that was rescued from drowning after a sausage was dangled from a drone, as one does. We have a story of a 19-year-old, the youngest woman to circumnavigate the world. And we have a story about the world's smallest park that has returned after a road project. But right now it's time to get informed. We need the news of the day, video game-wise. Here's Vice video game expert, Look, It's Mike O.
Oh, hey, everybody. It's Look, It's Mike O here. I like video games, and so do you. So let's talk about the news. First and foremost, you guys like The Legends of Zelda? Yes, you do. And you also like the Banjo-Kazooie news from 2 days ago. So here's some more news about an N64 game that's coming to the Switch. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask is coming to the Nintendo. One more time, it's coming to Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. It's coming along, folks. Nintendo revealed that next month it's going to come to their online subscription service, as usual, because Majora's Mask is an N64 game. You won't be able to play it if you're just a standard Nintendo Switch online subscriber. Wah, wah, wah. You must be subscribed to the price of your Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack tier to play it and other N64 games. It comes just a day after they announced Banjo-Kazooie was going to be put on their list. But now you can also play Majora's Mask. So it's a sequel to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. First released in the year 2000. So yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting that they're bringing another fan favorite from the N64 days over to the Nintendo Switch.
Did you play many Zelda games?
Nope, I've never played a Zelda game.
See, I haven't either, and so thank you for saying that because it makes me feel like I'm not the only one. But I love watching people play Zelda games. So Chris and Mia just started playing Breath of the Wild. I'd watched our friend Wallstormer play that on IG on IntelliGame before. If you could all just start playing more Zelda games, I'd love to watch them. I just am never going to play it myself.
I'm thinking about picking up Breath of the Wild because A, the game looks like a lot of fun, and B, it just seems like a really fun game to play, and I'd definitely be interested in playing that one. So there's that. I know you all were missing our Fortnite news that we drop a whole lot here on the show, and our friend Andrew Reiner knew that too. So he gave me a call and he said, "Guess what? Marvel's Hawkeye duo is now in Fortnite." That's right. Fortnite's item shop was updated today with 2 more Marvel heroes. That brings the grand total up to a lot. both going by the name of Hawkeye. What do you mean, you say? Players can now purchase skins for Kate Bishop and Clint Barton, two comic book staples who were recently put together in the Disney Plus Hawkeye series. Both characters are decked out in their purple and black gear with familiar elements here and there, but look distinctly Fortnite in their facial features because it's a Fortnite game. You can buy them each individually for 1,500 V-Bucks, or you can get them together at the reduced price of 2,400 V-Bucks. The collection comes with back blings of note and also Hawkeye-themed harvesting tools, a glider, and a loading screen. Or if you just want the glider, you can buy that for 800 V-Bucks. But there's a lot of Marvel content in Fortnite, so you can play your favorite Fortnite Marvel peoples in the Fortnite game. Build some sick 90s.
And was Hawkeye worth it?
The show or the guy?
The show.
Oh, the show is hands down probably one of the best they've made.
Okay.
So yeah, unfortunately, Fortnite's not one of the best they made, but here nor there, you can still play Hawkeye in Fortnite.
Fortnite is great. We just can't play it because we don't want to learn how to build.
Nah, it's a terrible game.
It's
awful.
It's not me. It's you, says Michael.
If they could put like an old dude version in Fortnite, like for people over the age of like 35 who are very slow builders, that would be fantastic. I would really appreciate that. So as Epic, if you're listening, please have like an over 35 lobby.
The Fortnite senior circuit.
If you're just people building very, very slowly.
If you verified your birth date in your Epic profile, then you can play if you were born before 1986.
And they turn on proximity chat, so when you're like, "Hey, how do I make the triangle thing?" Oh, yeah, hit X. Oh, thank you. It'd be great.
$1 million idea.
We're sitting on a landmine. But speaking of games for old people, these games aren't actually for old people. However, Jared Moore from IGN is sharing a little bit about the Activision Microsoft merger. There has been some concern that when Microsoft fully buys Activision, that it is going to monopolize itself into games and prevent games from being available to other systems. However, Activision Blizzard has confirmed that it won't remove any existing games from PlayStation after being acquired by Xbox, meaning that games such as Call of Duty will seemingly remain multi-platform. The news comes after an employee Q&A filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission in a question asking how the deal between Activision and Blizzard will impact existing partner agreements. The company stated, "We will honor all existing commitments post-close, as with Microsoft this is a hard word. As with Microsoft buying Minecraft, we have no intent to remove any content from platforms where it exists today." So that's huge news, and that's a big weight off of some folks' shoulders, just because they were very, very concerned that maybe Xbox would monopolize, the gaming industry basically, and say like, "Hey, Call of Duty is now or not the I think Black Ops are a different studio, but anything from Activision Blizzard is now our property. You cannot play it anymore." So Xbox is saying, "Hey, money's money. Keep shelling it up." So
see, I'm a little more concerned because it just seems to be like one of those things that someone says to make you feel better, but in reality, it's like, haha, just kidding. And I don't know why I'm skeptical all of a sudden of this one particular thing, but it just seems like that makes so much sense for them to do it that way that it can't be true, right? Like, it just can't.
Yeah.
But I could be completely wrong.
I mean, everyone likes money though, right? So if they can double their monetary profit, I mean, go for it. And also, they're talking about putting a lot of these games on Game Pass. So you're losing some profit from that. So why not suck up money from PlayStation or Switch? So.
And I read somewhere that someone suggested that the difference would be like a Call of Duty new version of it will be available day one on Game Pass, where you might have to wait to buy it on a different release date. So
I'm okay with it because I want Spider-Man and PlayStation won't give it to me. So.
Give this man Spider-Man, PlayStation.
Yeah, because I can't afford a PlayStation. It's a lot of money.
You can't find a PlayStation.
That's also true. There's lots of Xbox Series S's. Lots. If you tape 2 of them together, it's just like a PlayStation. Anyway, you guys like video games? Sure do. And guess what? There's some out today. This is all week we've had games out. That's incredible. The games out today are Go Minimal from the Switch, Hammer Kid on the Switch, Horrid Henry's Crazy Carts on the Switch, Jack and Hat on the Xbox One.
Sorry, what?
Jack and Hat. Yeah, you guys.
Like Jack in Box? Jack in the Box, but it's Jack and Hat.
Jack and Hat. Yep. Make sure you watch that, kids. Kinduo on the Switch, Merrick's Market on the Switch, Mousecraft on the Xbox One, which is the long-awaited sequel to Minecraft. Just kidding. And in our most prestigious segment within a segment within a segment, our most prestigious name of the morning goes to Baby Storm, available on the Switch.
You've done this 4 out of 5 times this week. You still don't have that?
Nope, not at all.
We'll figure it out.
Baby Storm.
Congratulations. This is a tale about famous X-Men character Storm, but from the earlier years.
I thought it was like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, where babies just start falling from the sky and you're like, ah! You know, you got to catch them all.
I actually think yours is more plausible, to be honest. Congratulations to our name of the morning. It's Baby Storm. Man, it's been a good week of out todays because I even got to watch Kim Chika yesterday play Paparazzi, which was great. It's just walking around taking pictures of dogs who are adorable and you pet them. It's wonderful. So shout out to Kim Chika because that was a fun experience. A lot of these games that we have and are out today are indie games. And so a lot of them get played by people that I've met through Kim Chika because she's so tuned into the indie game scene. So super fun. I don't know if Baby Storm will be played, but it could become our name of the month. And if you are a Patreon subscriber, you have a chance to win our name of the month with double entries. Big news on Monday's show about name of the month. Name of the month. So get ready for that. It's coming up on Gaming Morning Show. And if you missed any of this, just search our Twitter. It's super easy to do.
Hashtag GMS Morning Gaming News.
Good moron to King Julian and Hauser.
Good moron.
It's good to see you. King Julian, I haven't played Fortnite since people started to get good at building. I want to play the original Fortnite campaign, though. And Hauser suggests we call it old person mode.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, it's fine with me. K-Lav shares a story. People on the soccer team, we were playing at a bar and it looked fun, so I went and got in. Turns out I got the PvE version and not that everyone's playing, but I thought the PvE was really fun. It was a little slower and more thoughtful in the building. Good for old people like me.
What?
Could you say that again?
What? Say what again?
I think K-Lav was trying to reinforce our point.
Yeah, but K-Laugh's like 27.
That's true. True. We'll play you in Fortnite sometime, K-Lav, and you can show us how it's done. Please. King Julian said, oh, this is for your PlayStation. Just put it on credit and build debt, just like Julian. That's all you have to do.
We're full just had a shoot mode. Can we just have a shoot mode?
We're full of great ideas around here. It's wonderful. Yeah, I'm skeptical of the whole Xbox thing. Kate Zaid said, oh no, people will finally realize that Xbox is period.
What did I say? Did I say something weird?
No, I don't think so. I don't know what's going on. We'll figure it out.
It's Friday.
So K-Lav is just trying to tell you that don't tell my soccer team I got the wrong Fortnite. Lol.
How much is that worth to you there, K-Lav? Blackmail to tell the people that he plays the wrong Fortnite.
I think Xbox is period's a better saying, but Kate Zaid's telling
us
Xbox is superior.
I was very concerned that I said something weird.
No, think about it. Think about it. That ends any statement. Xbox
period.
is period.
Yeah, fair enough. No, you're right.
Excuse me, Mike. Do you really like your PC?
Yeah.
Okay, but is it better than Xbox?
Yeah, I believe so.
It can't be because Xbox is period.
Okay. Cool. Xbox is period.
Do you have a PlayStation?
No,
That's right, you don't, because Xbox is period.
because Xbox is period.
I get victimized by autocorrect all the time because I pretty much watch every stream on an iPad. Ugh.
Yep. I hate that.
Crushing. It's good to see Julian. It's good to see Hauser and all of y'all hanging out with us. I'm guessing Kalaf did buy the wrong version of Fortnite. I didn't know you could buy Fortnite, to be honest, though.
So yeah, and this is one of the things that always confused me, right? Is you go to the store and it's like Fortnite Blizzard version, and you're like, wait, what? Like it's free. I mean, minus all the crap you buy that doesn't do anything in game, but for like in general. But apparently you can buy other versions, and I think the PvE might cost money. So
Kalaf, you taught me something today. I'm gonna write that
there you
down
go,
for the
buddy.
end of the show. Fortnite. Ba-ba-da-da-da. Let's go to Sky News. They have a story. This sounds awful. And I'm happy that sounds. The headline reads rescued, so it sounds like this dog didn't die, but a dog was being teased by a sausage dangling from a drone, and it almost was disastrous. This is so sad.
Well, good news is the sausage was helpful. It wasn't being teased with it, thankfully.
Okay.
This is from our friends over the pond, as they say in the Englands. The Jack Russell Terrier called Millie, because of course it was, went missing after coming loose from her lead in Havant. The Guardian reported she was found stranded on mud flats near Portsmouth, with rising tides threatening to sweep her out to sea, prompting a rescue effort to swing into action. Police, firefighters, and multiple Coast Guards tried tirelessly for 4 days to rescue her. Oh my God. What? I missed that part. But were left scratching their heads when even kayaking to her wouldn't work. The chances of Millie being reunited with her owner seemed increasingly unlikely when a rescuer, had the idea of attaching a sausage to a drone with the hope of tempting her to safety. The chair of the Denmead drone search and rescue team, Chris Taylor, told The Guardian it was a crazy idea. One of the local residents on the beach where we were flying supplied us with the sausages. Think they're from Aldi. The woman cooked them up for us, and we attached them with string. Mr. Taylor said it was a rescue method teams facing the same challenge in the future might want to try. He said, we certainly would consider using sausages again. Every dog in search operation is always going to be different, but if we were in a similar situation, again, we would employ the same methods to lure the dog.
Okay, well, I'm happy this was a good situation because
Yeah.
it made it seem like, to me, just reading that. This is why you read the article, y'all. It seemed like to me that it was going to be a situation where the dog was drowning because someone lured it in with the sausage. Was the opposite.
No, they lured it to safety with a sausage on a string. Also, later on in the article, it talks about how the dog then ran away a second time in that same moment, but then it was the owner yelled for it, and then it was like, oh, sorry, and came running back. But A, of course, it's a Jack Russell Terrier named Millie. And B, of course, there are people chilling on the beach just making some sausages.
It was a confluence of situations that needed to happen in order for it to be a perfect rescue.
Oh, England, you so crazy.
Today is International Sweatpants Day, so we're asking you, do you have a favorite pair of sweatpants, and what do sweatpants have to have? For example, I cannot have cuffs on the ankle holes of my sweatpants. Otherwise, I throw a fit and toss them in the garbage. So, not
Why
gonna.
don't you just not buy them then?
Well, a lot of times they show up as gifts. So, but you know, there's a return.
Next
button.
time, just be like, I don't want this. Throw it on the ground.
No, you throw it at them. Thanks for the gift. I don't want this, and you throw it at their face.
This has cuffs. It restricts the movement of my ankles.
My ankles are very delicate.
Oh.
Have you ever had a
Ankles
desire
of size.
to own a drone?
I owned a drone for a while, yeah.
For a while? What happened to it?
I sold it because I just stopped using it.
Ah, gotcha. Was it a nice drone, with a full-blown video camera and stuff?
No, it was. I mean, it had a camera on it. So on the like the controller, you'd press a button, you'd get it up to wherever you want it to. You'd press a button, it would record a video. You fly it around, and then when you're done, you pull out the little what's it that stores it, and put it in your computer. And you can see it, and it was cool. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't as intuitive for me to drive it as I would have liked, so that was part of the reason why I just didn't use it. I couldn't get the hang of it, which is fun because you play video games, so it's very similar in how you control like a plane in any video game, really, with like the inverse controls. I couldn't get the hang of it for the life of me, and then I just didn't play with it. So I was like, all right, let's sell it.
Yeah, we ended up buying like a $40 like just mini drone, and it has like a camera that's the kind that you had on like the first cell phone that had a camera, like really
Nice.
Pixelated, can barely see anything. But we've used it before, and it's fun because we only spent $40 on it, but it also only lasts like 9 minutes of flight time. So it's great because the kids will like to go out and have us fly it around, but I don't have to be out there for an hour and a half, which is a win. I, however, would be interested, like, especially if I could do like a side business or something with it, like having a really nice drone that I could get a actual captain's license for and pilot's license for and be able to use it.
I have a friend that does that here in Indiana. He mostly only works during he's a 3-season worker. He works spring, summer, fall, and he goes out and he maps out like the fields after farmers plant. So it helps them to get like a good eye view of how everything looks, so they can determine if there's like a dry spot or a wet spot, or if it looks like an area is diseased. So and he makes a pretty good living because he only works, I think he works like March through October, and then he takes the winter off. And he does he'll do some commercial stuff in the winter, like with Christmas lights and whatnot. Oh shit! Oh, I said the word. Oh god!
Beep. Did I get it?
Boop. Yep. No one heard anything. But yeah, it's cool. And I was like, I should do that. So then I was like, wait, I can't drive this. Never mind.
At least it was with a drone, and it wasn't like you going through pilot school to fly a plane. You invested thousands of dollars, and you were like, oh, I can't do this.
Sir, you just keep going down. I don't know what I'm doing.
Please help me.
How do I invert the controls?
Isn't there a toggle?
How do I decrease the sensitivity?
That's great.
Get out of the plane. Okay, fine. No, not here. Oh. Eef.
We're fine. Don't worry about it.
Everything's great, everybody.
Well, so far today we've learned that Look It's My Code just doesn't like sweatpants, period. We've learned that I don't like cuffs, and Earthling goes, I don't want this! And then I yell at them, Ryan, don't do cuffs, and throws it back at the gift giver. It's good public relations.
Get to know your customers day.
Thanks for this nice, wonderful gift, but I don't do cuffs.
So one of the lowest moments in my life actually involves that. When I was a kid, my godmother got, those like the jackets that everyone had that was like the Hornets or the
starter jackets.
Yeah, my godmother got me one when I was like 11. And she got me the Charlotte one, the Hornets, and I was like, I don't like the Hornets. And then I was like, oh no. And I was like, thank you so much for this. I really, really like this. And yeah. And my mom was like, Michael! And I was like, I'm so sorry. I really like it. And
I don't blame. I'm a really bad gift recipient, honestly. So
yeah,
I know that I don't give folks the payoff that they're looking for all the time.
Yeah.
So listen, I've been there before, my friend. I've been there before.
Yeah, I was more concerned that my mom was going to beat the hell out of me. So,
Michael.
That's exactly what it was. And I was like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you still have the jacket?
Oh no, it's so she took it back and went and said got me a St. John's Red Storm jacket, which whatever, I guess it was fine. But yeah, I felt really bad.
Did you throw it back at the person and say, Mike, don't do Hornets?
No, I instead looked at my mom and I was like, I don't like the Hornets.
650 West Coast. It's 950 out east. 250 for those watching GMS in the UK. Reminder, Ruggs is doing a 24-hour stream right now, so please go and say hi from GMS. If Ruggs still going through it, sounded like Downs was upset. Phasmophobia was taking too much of a toll on Downs, so Downs came over here where we play car balls. It's all happiness and rainbows. We also have a new show debuting this Sunday at 7 a.m. Pacific time. It's called GMS Weekend Edition, and it's hosted by Chris M.E. and Austin Attack. And this weekend, panelists are going to join those two, one of which is Look It's Maiko, who's on the left side of your screen. Kate Zaid will also be there, too. There's going to be some fun segments. They'll talk about the weekend's news as it pertains to video games and beyond. They'll also take a look back at This Week in Gaming Morning Show. They'll look at clips of the day that we've had and talk about any inside jokes that were created, which of some there can be. And then a content discovery. So each panelist will bring a piece of content that they want to share. So that's a pretty cool segment. I'm excited. For example, like if Mike hadn't introduced us to Kathleen L., like I wouldn't have the elephant clap emoji, and I've been using that.
Such a good emote.
I know. I've been using a whole bunch. Even Kathleen's like, has been very useful lately.
Yes, accurate. Took me a minute to pick up on what I was like. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's a good segment. I'm looking forward to content discovery. And at the end, there will be an interview with Brady McCollum. Now, many of you may know Brady as Optimus Rhyme, but Brady has started a YouTube channel. And so Brady will be there to talk about that and some of the other topics of the week. So that's coming up this Sunday at 7 a.m. Pacific time. It's called GMS Weekend Edition from the creators of GMS. So.
No, what? That's very exciting. It's going to be a good show, I think. I'm excited to see where it goes, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. One of our panelists coming up on Sunday. All right, let's do birthdays this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday to celebrate with us, please let us know, because we would love to celebrate with you. Let's see. Jack Nicklaus has a birthday today, and this is interesting to me because Jack Nicklaus actually holds a pretty secure spot in my video game history. When I was a kid, Jack Nicklaus had a video game similar to how Tiger Woods eventually became like the poster child for the PGA golf games.
Yeah.
Jack Nicklaus had a Jack Nicklaus golf game when I was in the Nintendo era. We had just gotten this thing, and we played it, and it was one of the only games that my dad ever played more than once on a video game system. And that's because my dad had a big thing for Jack Nicklaus. So, yeah. Happy 82nd, Jack Nicklaus.
The big legend. He holds the record with 18 wins in major championships in the course of his career. It looked like Tiger Woods may have had a shot at that one, but it's one of those potentially untouchable records.
Yeah, and we'll never know at this point because it sounds like Tiger's done playing competitive golf. Has admitted it. So,
minus his own, I think the one tournament that he has, he's gonna play, and that's all.
Get out of my dreams, get into my car. Singer Billy Ocean is 72 today.
Ooh.
Out of my dreams.
Not to be confused with Billy Ocean, who's the singer now, which always confuses me.
Wait, there's another Billy Ocean who sings?
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure is.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. If that
very weird.
If that Billy Ocean starts singing about dreams and cars,
maybe Billy Ocean just took some sort of like life reversal pill. And I was like 25 again or something.
Actor Geena Davis turned 66.
She voiced Huntira in the Netflix animated series She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Oh. My daughter watched that for a while. I was so proud.
Best Geena Davis movie, A League of Their Own.
Oh, hands down. There's no crying in baseball.
It's a good
Are
movie.
you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying in baseball.
We had reference. I made the mistake and said the dream was so and so. I can't remember who it was. Oh, Dominic Wilkins. But no, it was Hakeem Olajuwon. And today,
Hakeem the Dream.
Hakeem Olajuwon turns 59.
He was so good. It's stupid. It's so good. He was amazing. He was a super incredible player.
Two-time NBA champion with the Houston Rockets, but would Hakeem have won any NBA championships had Michael Jordan not retired? I guess we'll never know.
Probably not.
I guess we'll never.
Well, just like would Michael Jordan have won the NBA Finals had he not pushed off Brian Russell?
It's not a push-off if it's not called, Mike.
Well, that's a push off.
Also, that was Game 6, so.
Yeah, it was. You're not wrong. They would've
I mean,
lost.
name one outcome that's ever happened in a Game 6 that is remembered as like the final game, even though it actually wasn't the final game. Just one.
Definitely not the 1986 World Series.
Mets fan. Mets fan. Actress Charlotte Ross turns 54 today.
She plays Quinn's mom on Glee. I feel like I know I've seen her in other things, and I just can't pick up on any of them. Yeah.
Yes, I remember Charlotte Ross from Glee. I also don't remember Charlotte Ross from anything else.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna let you do the next one.
Nice. It is Spice Girl Emma Bunton. She turns 46. She is the second best Spice Girl behind Ginger Spice. She was also the voice of Mama Bear for the film Smallfoot in British theaters.
Not to be confused with a lower Spice Girl like
Mel Sporty.
Congratulations to you, Baby Spice, for being one of the upper Spice Girls.
That's on the top echelon of the spices.
Coming up soon on GMS After Dark, a tier list of the best Spice Girls.
We'll have all the unknowns on there too.
Did
Like,
you know that there's 12?
Dynamite Spice and Garlic Spice.
That would have been great when they were forming the Spice Girls if they had had auditions, and maybe they did. And there were 6 through 12 that were actually put on standby, kind of like a if so-and-so can no longer fulfill their duties, you'll be called upon. And they actually got like Spice. Oh no, backup Spice. That's the one. I don't want to be your backup Spice. No,
Your backup Spice.
Fine. Whatever. Actor Luke Grimes turns 38 today.
He's great. He plays Casey Dutton in the series Yellowstone. If you haven't watched Yellowstone, watch it. It's such a good show. Such a good show.
And that's with your guy Kevin Costner.
Heck yeah, it is.
Nice.
Heck yeah, it is. He plays John Dutton. Man's man.
Earlier this morning, I saw on Twitter that Meatloaf died at the age of 74 because Hauser did mention Meatloaf. Now, Hauser mentioned Meatloaf kind of in the way that I usually do our birthdays for folks who are no longer with us. Says, did you already mention that Meatloaf won't be having any more birthdays?
It's so terrible.
It is what Hauser said. 74 years old. This is from TMZ. Meatloaf has died at the age of 74. The singer's manager confirmed Meatloaf died Thursday night. And sources with knowledge tell TMZ he was supposed to attend a business dinner earlier in the week for a show he was working on. The dinner was canceled because he became seriously ill with COVID. Sources tell us the condition quickly became critical. Again, that's according to TMZ. CNN reported at about 6:04 Pacific time this morning that no cause of death had been stated from the official releases on the Meatloaf side.
Get your vaccination, folks.
74 years old today. 74 years old. Died, today. 74 years old at age of death.
Won't be having any more birthdays. That's awful, Hauser.
Hauser also added, "Hello, this is Rosemary. I'm the newest Spice Girl. Rosemary's a spice."
I prefer. Oh, thank you. Thanks. I prefer cayenne spice, if I'm honest. This one's cayenne. She's the eighth.
We've got a drummer birthday.
Which one's Rosemary?
Do you know it's drummer Mark Trojanowski of Sister Hazel? He turns 52.
Oh, I used to like Sister
52.
Hazel.
Did you? I can't think of anything.
I'm gonna look it up because I know that they have one song that I think you would know.
I'm sure there are. It's also where do you go? Where do you go? Come back to me. It's actor Ken Leung's birthday. He was in Marvel's Inhumans and Lost. He played a guy in Lost. I can't remember anyone's names. Was there someone named Jack in Lost?
Well, yeah, but that was Matthew Fox.
There you go. That's what it's Sawyer. It's all coming back. It's all coming back to me now.
So this person played Sawyer?
Did it? No. Oh gosh.
Oh no, sorry. I didn't mean to make.
No, it's too late. Ken Leung. He played Miles. He was one of the others, I think, wasn't he?
Oh, okay.
Miles. Michelle Stevenson was the original lineup of Touch. Oh, she would have been called Sexy Spice. Well, that's a little on the nose, isn't it? I don't even have a picture of her on here, so we don't even know. Stupid Wikipedia. Let's see. I wonder if she's in any shots with like the rest of the Spice Girls. Nope.
I can't figure out which one it was. I'm looking at all these singles for Sister Hazel, and I can't remember which one it is, but I know if I heard it, I'd figure it out.
Two Princes. No.
No, it was the Spin Doctors.
I know.
Oh, it's a good song, though. Good song. Any other birthdays?
It's Benny Hill's heavenly birthday, as well as Paul Allen, who's the co-founder of Microsoft.
Wasn't that the Benny Hill song or some version of it?
It's the quintessential song that they play at sporting events when shenanigans are afoot.
Paul Allen didn't die that long ago. This might only be the second anniversary of not being here.
He tried to buy Activision before, and he couldn't.
Is that true?
No.
Oh, so that's
he went to the mothership.
That's a great tale. Yeah, Paul Allen owns your Portland Trailblazers. So,
wait, isn't he dead?
Well, now I think sister runs them.
Oh,
so I think his sister runs your Seattle Seahawks too. Caleb saying it's all free. I'll have to listen to it in the break because I saw that one and I was like, that's not the one I'm thinking of, and I'm sure it probably is for the Sister Hazel song. Hauser goes, is cayenne hot? Well, yeah, true. Technically, cayenne pepper is pretty spicy, so get it?
It sure is.
Cayenne is a spice.
Thank you for pointing that out.
1998, this day in gaming history, Capcom releases Resident Evil 2 for PlayStation and Nintendo 64.
Not a lawsuit.
2000, Enix puts out Dragon Warrior Monsters. That was for Game Boy Color. And 2009, Electronic Arts put out Skate 2 for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360.
Nice.
Was Skate 2
Skate games?
Well, yeah, were they like a Tony Hawk type game?
Kind of. Yeah, they're like a rip-off of that.
Okay. Well, those are your This Day in Gaming History. Next hour, we'll have a list of the day. Could be sweatpants related because today is International Sweatpants Day. It could be some other day of the day related. It could be a complete
surprise day.
Wild card. We'll never know until we know. So, because today is National Hugging Day, International Playdate Day, National Granola Bar Day, and National Squirrel Appreciation Day. So, those are all options. Also, next hour, we'll do sports. Thank you, Aura, for the host on Twitch. Those are always appreciated. Thank you, Austin, for the like on Facebook Gaming. On Facebook Gaming, if you like or do the hearts or whatever those things are called, reactions, always a big help to us. Thank you so much. And, of course, liking on YouTube is a big win as well. Kate Zaid, as we go to break, says, cayenne is not spicy. Y'all weak. And I think I'm going to wear my favorite sweatpants to the dentist today. As you should. Happy Sweatpants Day.
Nice.
All right, we'll be back. Mike O, Hefty Goof. It is Thursday. Yesterday. Today is Friday, January 21st, 2022. Thanks for being here. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningShow.tv.
Everybody get up, it's the party song. Everybody get up, it's a party song.
We want to make each other happy, you know? That's just in our nature. And it means everything. Everything we do in our life doesn't mean anything if it doesn't make someone's life happy.
Keep each other high. When the rain pours down, when the day goes down, and it feels like we don't know who we are. Remember you have me by your side, we're always together.
Grim just left. She's like, oh no, I did it again!
What you mean?
We start playing video games, and Mike just starts making everything go to hell. Mike, we used to be able to rely on you. We could depend on how clean your voice was. What's happened to you? My little man, all growing up. Mike, you don't have to be that embarrassed. It's happened. We can move on now. Nope, don't leave. You get back here and you own up to it. This is your dad talking. Okay?
You're right.
Look at me.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, list of the day and birthdays. No. Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, list of the day and sports. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. And join our Discord. Go to gms.watch and click on where to find GMS. Time for hour number 2, right now.
Morning, gamer. Gaming Morning Show continues. It is Friday, January 21st, 2022. Thank you for being here on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningshow.tv. 10 minutes from now, there are a lot of animals in the world, like lots of them. But there are a lot of squirrels out there, and some of them are squirrels of size. Here are the 10 largest squirrels that exist in the world. They're coming for your nuts.
You know what a squirrel's favorite kind of nut is?
No.
D's nuts.
Dietz and Watson, by the way, makes a snack called Dietz Nuts. And they came out, I think, is it Craig Robinson who plays Doug Judy in Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Anyway, was in the commercial. And they play off of that joke, and it was hilarious. So, yeah.
Megan was telling me a couple weeks ago there was some kids in her class who just kept making D's nuts jokes, and they're like, Miss O, what was the squirrel's favorite nuts? D's nuts. And she was like, "This is great, thank you."
Fantastic.
Yeah. After a while, she's like, "I don't know why you're so obsessed with nuts," and then the kids stopped promptly. They're like,
Top of the moron.
Good moron.
Hey, it's Brendan_TTV. Thanks for being here. Lucy the First is checking in as well. Good morning, crew. Slightly lurking, though. Jim, so I can be the strong enough to fight off squirrels, I guess. You get them.
"That's right. Is it possible to send me another?" Nice, look at that. That's so
you
weird.
Absolutely should. Julian was also lurking at the gym this morning. We were talking about Xbox. We were talking about Xboxes, period. So, that's how you end any argument now. So,
yeah. Hey, Lucy, can you ask whoever's on, like, I don't know if you're on the treadmill or not, but if you are, can you ask the people next to you what a squirrel's favorite nut is? And then just say, "D's nuts," and then just look away and don't talk to them ever again.
Scott Chick goes, "Is it ironic that International Sweatpants Day follows National Cheese Lovers Day? After all that cheese, the comfy sweatpants would definitely be required."
You're not wrong. Yeah. Can make some bloating.
That's true. So we had to ask the question this morning because today is International Sweatpants Day. So we're asking you, for example, do you have a favorite type of sweatpants, or do you have any requirements, that your sweatpants must have? For example, I do not like cuffs at the ankles. Absolutely drives me nuts. Get it? However, 1 year ago today, Sports.Gaming asked that same question.
They must be large, not in size, but like I don't want them to be tight fitting. They need to be like loose fitting. They need to have pockets and a drawstring, and preferably no flap in the front that opens up. I don't need that in my pajama pants.
No wiener window.
Yep, don't need it. And the pants I got this year are my NASA pajama pants, and they check all those requirements, and they're fantastic.
He said wiener window. Mike, I'm so happy that you're with us. Oh my gosh. He said wiener window. Oh my gosh. There you go. Micah was spot on. The wiener window was 1 year ago today.
Sticks in my mind. It's one of my favorite show moments.
And I'm guessing that we must have had International Sweatpants Day a year ago. So, there you go.
Probably, yep.
All right, I had promised you that I would bring a pair of sweatpants to the show, and then we're going to get to the list of the day in about 10 minutes from now. So I'm going to do kind of like a disclaimer moment. What you're about to see is real. There is no changing of names to protect the innocent.
Tricks.
Nothing like that. But this is legitimately something that I would actually wear out of the house to, like, Sean's house. But I would wear shorts underneath. That's important distinction. Just want to make sure that you know that. These are Broncos sweatpants that I received as a gift. And they were so beaten up that I started to get holes in many, many places, including the whole pocket having ripped off to the point, but I would still wear these. Okay. Aerodynamics were important for Hefty Goof.
Yep. Very much so.
See, this is why the people say you have to have the cuffs, because I was letting it like drag in the water and stuff, and so it'd get all ripped up down at the bottom. But there were look at these crotch holes. So some high quality
airflow.
crotch.
It's important.
Yep.
Very important. Yep.
This is another one that started to hit toward the other side seam. I don't know. And then like look at this waistline hole. Like that's high quality right there. But yeah, the pocket was obviously like every time I'd reach in my pocket for something, I'd make this damn hole bigger. And
so
there you go. I'm gonna wear that like
if my bag.
WWE
If I wasn't
belt.
if I wasn't in an immense amount of pain, I'd run upstairs and grab my T-shirt. But it's funny, yeah. Those things happen, right? I've had that happen with pants, and they've gradually turned into like. Then there's shorts, and then there's shorter shorts, and then they're window washing pants. But for me, that's what my T-shirts look like a lot. Where eventually you get the hole in the armpit, and then it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you cut them off so then they're sleeveless because they're for the gym. And then the neck part starts to wear, and you cut that off, and you're like, yeah, I'm Hulk Hogan. And then eventually my wife's like, you got to throw that away. And then I do like the full-on Hulk Hogan where I'm like, yeah, that was great.
You don't save them after that moment, right?
No, not usually.
Just find like little pieces of shirt left around Miko's house.
Top of the Mora.
It's good to see you, Kyle. Andrew Good Pasture jumps and said, Mike, the glasses don't make you look smarter. And then says, Mike, get your Met shirt.
Yeah, no, that one's seen better days. Still wear that one out of the house though. Megan loves it.
Any opportunity for us to continue to do things that our wives absolutely support, worth it.
Oh man.
Good stuff. Thanks for being here. It's Gaming Morning Show. Today, we are hanging out on International Sweatpants Day, and so we are having a lot of fun with you this morning. Thanks for being here wherever you may be, Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Coming up this weekend, it is the debut of GMS Weekend Edition. Chris M.E., Austin Attack hosts. Panelists include this week, look, it's Mike O. And also Kate Zaid will be there. They'll talk about the week's news, the week in Gaming Morning Show, and also take a look at content discovery, new things that people are watching, plus an interview with Brady McCollum of YouTube. So we'll have all that coming up 7 a.m. Pacific time on Sunday on all these same GMS platforms.
The artist formerly known as Optimus Raimon.
Scott Chick says, see, I'm a cuff person, but I'm short, so it saves me from tripping over the bottom of them. My favorite sweatpants actually came from the PJ section at the store, but they are black, so nobody needs to know. They're light and really, really soft, and I love them so much, I went back and got 2 more pair, so I always have a spare while others are in the laundry.
Smart.
That was well thought through. Scott Chick. And
It
listen,
was.
I'm a big fan of the situation where you find something that you like, so you buy multiples of them, so you can wear.
Yeah, same. I have like 4 of the same pair of shorts because I like them so much. You gotta make sure you got backups.
Yeah, I did that this summer with I love 3/4 sleeved things, and a lot of those are like the baseball style T-shirts.
Yeah.
And so I found like a 4th pack of those, and I loved them all. So I wore them all the time.
I need to start doing that with hats because in that clip I had an Eagles hat which I loved, and then my dogs ate it, and yeah, and then Megan, bless her heart, saw a hat that looked similar on Facebook. People, don't ever buy things from Facebook that aren't like in Marketplace is fine, but when you get those like sponsored ads, she saw one that looked similar, paid $40 for it, and nothing ever came.
Oh no.
So yeah, she's like, I was just trying to get it for you, and I was like, I appreciate that. I love you so much. That's so sweet. But don't ever do that again. Like,
yeah, we had that happen in this house with shoes. But the other day, I almost got bamboozled as well because they had one of those arcade 1-up machines. You know, that they have NBA Jam and Mortal Kombat 2, and I'd love to have one of those. I'd rather have a pinball machine.
Yeah.
But I'd still like to have one. And they were like 90% off, and I was like, what? And so I clicked it, and it was like arcade1up.us.biz.watch.lmfao. I was like, I don't think this is legitimate.
I got caught once a couple of years ago. You know the giant projectors that people have for Christmas that have like Santa Claus in the window or something cool like that? They had one of those on for like $12, and I was like, what? And this was like February, so I was like, it makes sense. You know, they're trying to get rid of all their old stock so they can get whatever the next one, you know, the new one for next year is. And our teammate just blocked the hell out of that. So I ordered it. Oh, I just scored. And it made me really sad because it took like 3 months to come, and I was like, this isn't. And then when it came, it was just the window covering. So it wasn't actually like the thing. It was literally a piece of plastic.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh, my gosh.
It'll happen.
I was super, super bummed. So I Googled it, and a lot of people ended up having that issue. And I was like, that really sucks. Luckily, it wasn't a lot of money, but yeah.
But it was still money.
It was still, still money.
I mean, the hardest thing is that's where you have to start, you know, changing credit card numbers and things. And so that's what we had to do with those shoes is we had to, like, you know, cancel accounts and things, and you know, just because you never know. I mean, it might have been fine. It might have just been we lost the $20 or something. But
I only buy those with a unaffiliated PayPal account. So like I'll put $20 in that PayPal and then disconnect everything from it. So this way, I mean, if someone tries to steal my thing, they're not going to get anything. But at the same token, you'll also get like a fraud warning. So that is always helpful. But yeah, but you figure, right? For us, like $20 isn't a huge deal. But for some people, I mean, that's a lot.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, that's how many groceries can you get with $20? So it's just sad that there are people out there that are looking to defraud you in any way they can, and it makes me bummed out. But I really wanted that Christmas projector.
Damn projector. Yep. Scott Chick said, I got them especially for the first lockdown because who needs to look the part when you're just chilling in your house? They were the pandemic pants. Or they are pandemic pants. Yeah, now they're it's still going.
Yep.
Well, and
not here.
Brendan said, well, those are some sweatpants. But I mentioned during the break that Sean had purchased us new sweatpants for Christmas. And I love them. They're very comfortable. But I decided, okay, well, now I have 3 high-quality pair of sweatpants. So these will be my sweatpants for leaving the house sweatpants. So I try to wear them the most when I leave the house. Downs goes, I got the same hoodie 3 times. Now I always wear a red hoodie. The UK beat the pandemic. It's all over next week. I don't think that's true, Downs.
No.
But I did hear that lockdown is ending for, like, everything is ending in the UK. And that was completely, I heard that as someone was talking on a stream or in a chat. Is that true, Downs? Or, like, they lifting everything in the UK? In the UK.
I think so. I'm pretty sure I heard that as well, yeah.
Good luck.
May the odds ever be in your favor.
I'm wearing my championship sweatpants belt. These were some high quality. Look at that string. I mean, that's on the cuff. That used to be part of the actual sweatpant.
Jeez, OP.
I mean, that's hat line to chest right there. End trail of sweatpants.
That's funny.
Very comfortable. Scott Chick says, in England, we still have some restrictions up here. Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot we have a devoted government. Scotland still has a pandemic. Or a devolved government, excuse me.
Congrats, Scotland.
It's now 7:26 West Coast time, 10:26 out east. It is 3:26 for those watching GMS in the UK. Doodly-doo. The official pants of the pandemic. Sweatpants. Nice job.
No pants. If you're Kate Zane.
Small Akil will join us to play 5 Questions GMS coming up on Monday. And then on Tuesday, we also have a 5 Questions guest booked. We'll talk about that on Monday's show. If you missed any of our 5 Questions GMS this week, we played with Red Rum Gaming and Rugs. You can go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/gamingmorningshow, and also become a Patreon subscriber. And when you do, you get some fun extras. Go to patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. All right, here's your list of the day. This one is from our favorite website.
It's a pretty good one.
-z-animals.com.
It's like A to Z animals. They're the predominant expert on squirrels of size.
A-z-animals.
That's really good.
Okay, well, here we go. A-z-animals.com brings us the 10 largest squirrels in the world, or as Mike said, yes, squirrels of size. This was written by Timo Holmquist in November of 2021, so a very recent list of squirrels of size. They belong to the family Squirrelidae.
Would you call me?
Which includes hundreds of species. 3 varieties, though. Ground squirrels, tree squirrels, and flying squirrels, if you're trying to be specific. So, we'll give you the top 10 squirrels of size.
1, 0.
The 10th is the mountain ground squirrel, which can grow up to 1.87 feet long, or 57 centimeters. Angola, southern Angola, southern Namibia. Thank you.
You're close.
These ground squirrels are very good at burrowing, I believe, and can be mistaken for Cape ground squirrels. However, short, pale, cinnamon-colored hair with white around the eyes. They have small ears, a thin tail, and live in arid to semi-arid climates.
They'll murder you, too. I don't know if that's true.
9.
Number 9, the forest giant squirrels. The Protoxurus stangeri. They can grow up to 61 centimeters or 2 feet long, whichever one comes first. They live in Africa. They're the largest tree squirrel in Africa. Unlike the mountain ground, they have wide and bushy tails, often as long as their bodies. They're mostly solitary, and they feed on fruits and seeds. No nuts, just fruits and seeds, even though a nut is technically a seed. Forest giant squirrels, they have short, rigid fur, and the individual hairs have a black base and black tip. They also have small ears, and they'll also mess you up.
I don't think these squirrels
8
have like a vendetta against us.
Yep, they sure do.
Interesting.
Send me an email.
Cashmere flying squirrel. This is number 8. So we've reached the 2-foot long section of this list. The first flying squirrel, it's very large, lives in places like northern India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. Despite their name, though, flying squirrels don't actually fly. They glide. So if you've ever seen a flying squirrel, it's actually a gliding squirrel. Flaps of skin called the Patagium.
Great. I like it. I like Patagium. Maybe. I don't know.
Anyway,
Is it a long A or a short A?
helps them stabilize. They can be found roughly 6,000 to 11,000 feet in elevation. They also make their homes in one of the most unstable pockets in the world between two nuclear powers, as the author writes. That's number 8.
Do you think that they understand that? They're like, oh man, we're in between these two. Oh no. Number 7 is the tufted ground squirrel. They can get up to be about 2 1/4 feet long, or 69 centimeters. The tufted ground squirrel is the only species in its genus that is actually a tree squirrel. They're native to Malaysia, Indonesia, and Brunei. Since debunked myth suggested at one time that they were vampiric. They would hang from branches to attack the jugulars of unsuspecting deer. The vampire squirrel myth has been widely debunked, but was probably proliferated due to the squirrel's large, grooved incisors. They are omnivores, though, but they mostly eat insects and small invertebrates.
Sounds wonderful.
That sounds terrible. They eat small invertebrates?
What number were we on? 6.
6.
Just
6.
kidding. The Albert squirrel. This squirrel belongs to a person named Albert.
5.
Does Albert know that he is missing his squirrel?
Please, someone call Albert. Let him know. Dark gray coloration, tuft ears, striking pale underparts. They also
Maybe you should get in the sun.
They also don't store food.
5.
Indian giant squirrel. This is a cool ass looking squirrel. Its name is also Ratufa indica, which is a sweet name. They can get up to be 3.5 feet or 3 1/4 feet long, or 100 centimeters. They represent the genus Ratufa as its largest species. It's a behemoth. It can weigh up to 4 pounds. It's endemic to India, with populations distributed along the western and eastern Ghats and Satpura mountain range. Man, I am not good with geography, apparently. The coloration of the Indian squirrel is fascinating. Its Technicolor 2- and 3-tone coat has drawn the attention of National Geographic and the Smithsonian, both of whom published articles recently about it. They look really cool. They're cream color, tan, rust, reddish brown, light yellow, maroon, dark brown, or black. And actually,
4.
most of those are on its body. So
easy, Bob. Easy. Bob's really excited about these squirrels, apparently. Jeez.
Dang it, Bob.
I will tell you this.
Dang it, Bob.
There's a Dr. Seuss part of a book that has I was scared of like the green pants with nobody inside them. I'm now going to change that to underparts and read that book again and see if it makes me giggle, which it probably will. These are top 10 squirrels of size. The Laotian flying squirrel. It's up to 3.5 feet long. Wow. It was given species status in 2013. The first specimens of the squirrel were found at a bush market in Laos, meaning it has lived long enough in its environment to be used for human use and consumption.
Oh.
It has orange color and white underparts.
3.
3 is the Olympic marmot. Oh, it's a marmot. Look at these. It's not a yellow-bellied marmot. Common in many parts of the world, marmots are a large and fascinating genus of ground squirrel. The largest marmot ever recorded belongs to the Olympic marmot variety. The Olympic is an endemic species to the Olympic Peninsula in Washington State. It's the size of a large house cat. Jesus. Marmots in general can be identified due to their wide heads, stubby legs, and large bushy tails. Their colors change between species, but the Olympic is generally brown with small white parts. Marmots are prolific burrowers, often making burrows in the ground. They have multiple chambers. They're very, very good. They hibernate, and they're really, really dang cute. When we went from New York to Portland, we stopped in Idaho, and there was like a bazillion yellow-bellied marmots, and they were so cute.
2.
You want to see some underparts? This is the western woolly flying squirrel, which is about 3 3/4 feet long. And the caption says, "A flying squirrel. Please note that this is not a Western woolly, but rather an example of what flying squirrels look like." But it just is terrifying. It looks like a big piece of deli meat from above with a tail.
I just seen that thing come at you. Ah!
Don't like it. I don't like
I'd
it.
run.
These are about 10 centimeters longer than said Olympic marmot, and they fly. And they're on the slopes of the Himalayas, and it's a really big squirrel.
It does look like the face I got from Alien. Number 1. Oh, geez, this one's even better. The red and white flying squirrel. It gets up to almost 4 feet long. The largest squirrel in the world. It weighs up to almost 10 pounds. Its absolute unit of the squirrel is nearly 4 feet long and can weigh up to 4.25 pounds. One rare example, an individual weighed 9.5 pounds. It has often been called the largest squirrel, although its average weight is surpassed by the Western woolly. It ranges in mainland China, where observations are scant. There's a case to be made the Taiwan giant flying squirrel should be its own species. They're big, they jump very far, their wings are very scary, and they do not have red-brown under their eyes, but they're whiter, like on its underside. Its undercarriage. This thing is awful looking. I don't like you.
Well, that was a fun list. A-Z-animals.com brings us, there are a lot of animals in the world, like lots of them. But there are a lot of squirrels out there, and some of them are squirrels of size. So here were 10 of the largest squirrels that exist in the world. They come in for your nuts. Which prompted me to then share you that YouTube link, which is the Craig Robinson commercial for Deets Nuts. And it's hilarious. What a fun snack.
Nice. Nice.
It's now 7:37 on Gaming Morning Show.
Good moron.
Last checkpoint is here. Good moron to you. We are a morning radio show that plays games, and we are asking you, International Sweatpants Day. Do you have a favorite pair of sweatpants? What do sweatpants have to have in order for you to love them? Love them. Down says, man, I would love a 3-foot squirrel. Would you?
For what reason?
Where's my tape measure? How tall is my son? I think he's over 4 feet.
Is your tape measure your son?
No, I just need to know because I have no spatial awareness. Like
it's large.
I'm so bad at looking at something, like, that must be about 3 3/4 centimeters right there. Like I don't have a good gauge for measurements.
It's fair.
Let's do this. There's stories that we like to share with you, and one of them is really cool. This one I don't believe is this isn't an odd news as much as it's like an accomplishment story. A 19-year-old.
It's a really cool news.
All right, this is from Ben Hooper though of UPI.
It sure is, because sometimes I don't know. I just turned into Borat there. Sometimes incredible things happen around the world, and they definitely deserve to be talked about. And in this case, a 19-year-old British-Belgian pilot's globe-circling adventure broke 2 Guinness World Records, including becoming the youngest woman to circumnavigate the globe solo. Zara Rutherford, 19, landed Thursday at Belgium's Kortrijk-Wevelgem Airport, completing her more than 32,300-mile journey and earning the Guinness World Records for youngest woman to circumnavigate the globe solo. And the first woman to navigate in a microlight aircraft. Rutherford took the first record from U.S. pilot Shasta Wise, who was 30 when she circled the globe unaccompanied in 2017. The pilot said she had initially expected her record attempt to take about 3 months when she set off in her customized Shark ultralight aircraft on August 18th. But she ended up facing numerous delays along the way due to visa issues, dangerous weather, and, of course, the COVID-19 pandemic. I would say the hardest part was definitely flying over Siberia. It was extremely cold. It was minus 35 degrees Celsius on the ground. I don't know how cold that is, but it sounds very cold. CNN quoted Rutherford as telling reporters after landing in Belgium, "If the engine were to stall, I'd be hours away from rescue, and I don't know how long I could have survived." Rutherford, who is planning to study computer engineering when she starts college in September, said she wanted to increase visibility for women in aviation. Not noted in this, but one of the other things I saw in the article was he was also trying to raise money for Girl Game Coders, I believe is what it's called. It's a charity that raises money to help those who want to learn coding but might not be able to afford it. So, Zara Rutherford, hats off to you.
Yeah, what an accomplishment. Especially given, like, it's always a pretty impressive accomplishment to be able to do that, but to do it with all of the things that are happening. Yeah, and it's Girls Who Code, which is a really cool organization, specific, like, for the computer science field. But I had some friends who were doing things for that. The article also mentions Dreams Soar, which promotes women in STEM fields. So there you go. Good story, Mike. Good story, Ben Hooper.
Incredible.
Today is International Sweatpants Day. Checkpoint says, I'm not a sweatpants wearer usually, but my work did send me some good sweatpants that I do wear from time to time because they have pockets. Pockets. Pockets.
I think it's funny that his job sent him sweatpants.
Yeah. Everyone else trying to get them
really
their
funny.
employees back in the office. Joel sends him sweatpants. So
They're like, nah, it's fine. You can just like leave.
see, like, this was the
Sorry, what?
front. Okay. This is the
Oh,
front.
jeez. Oh, wow. There's a little hole right there, right?
Yeah,
in the
so I made my own
area.
wiener window.
Yeah, sure did.
So, yeah, it was right there. See, and look, right side pocket, almost nearly intact. There's like a itty
Hot
bitty little
pocket.
hole. But left side pocket, which is the phone pocket.
Cool pocket.
Look at that. Destroyed.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
I still love these sweatpants. They're the best.
That's something.
They're the best. What will happen later when Mike can get back upstairs? Because Mike's back is an issue today. Will you please maybe put a picture of the Mets shirt on Discord or something? Maybe on your Twitter?
Sure will.
Be great.
Sure will.
Brendan goes, did you just call it a wiener window? Oh, boy. That was a Mike O DM.
Way back in the day.
We can show that clip again after this game. Yeah, apparently 1 year ago we celebrated International Sweatpants Day as well.
Oh, wow. I thought I could get that, but I didn't. Huh?
What are the odds? It hits that corner.
Yeah.
Look at this.
And this comes in.
Off the Mike O Memorial Crossbar.
Michael Memorial Crossbar.
So you will notice that one of our opponents apparently finally picked up the game. Won't play with us, but Theo will play with other Rocket League players. So,
dang it, Theo.
Whatever, Theo. I'm mad at
Theo
you.
Just blew me up.
I just blew up Theo.
How rude.
Got her. Checkpoint says, the position I work in now is strictly remote. So they send us sweatpants and journals for when we feel depressed.
Do you like hit yourself with the journal until you feel better?
I mean, I actually think that that's a good thing, right?
I would hope so. Yeah.
I mean, that seems like
You're the
that's
Sharifi
supportive.
guy.
Is it genuine, Checkpoint? Like, you know, you feel actually cared for, as opposed to like, oh, you know, they're working us to the floor, and you know, they send us a journal and a get well card. Like, I'm trying to gauge if that is a good thing or kind of disingenuous. So. Yeah, Chris Emmy, Wiener Window is a classic. This is one of those clips that would show up randomly when we were just playing our, I think Twitch Guru was the website that you could pull like a random clip by just putting in a browser source into OBS. And it would always come up. But I didn't realize that that was associated with International Sweatpants Day. Oh, dang it. Top of the Moron to you. It's Quiet I Am Gaming. It's good to see you.
Top of the Moron.
Nice job.
Nice.
Do you do journaling?
Not usually. I used to, but I just No.
Yeah, I don't either. I just don't like writing as much, but I do like I'll record thoughts. So I'll do that with like voice memos and such. So
yeah.
Checkpoint says, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a journal that you can fill out things you're grateful for, acts of kindness you can do, and a page for reflections. That's neat.
That is really neat.
Yeah, I've been talking a lot with Wallstormer and Kim Chica, and they both use planners on a daily basis that have not just like your schedule, but like prompts and things for gratefulness and other things. So it's pretty cool. Top of the moron to you, Papa Paz.
Good moron.
It's International Sweatpants Day, so we're asking you: do you have any requirements for a good pair of sweatpants? Mine is they cannot have cuffs at the bottom. My ankles need to be free. Free as the wind blows.
Born free.
Papa asks, when is International No Pants Day?
That's every other day but today.
I was going to say, or it's whenever Kate Zaid says it is. Which I
is
guess
all the
is the exact same thing you just said, which is every single day.
Yeah.
So, nice shot. Shout out to Kate Zaid, who will be a panelist on this weekend's debut episode of GMS Weekend Edition. Mike O will be a panelist as well. Chris M.E. Austin Attack hosted every single Sunday, 7 a.m. Pacific time. Be sure to check it out on all of these same GMS stations.
I've actually cut. So Papa's mentioned he prefer no cuffs, but lots of companies make them. That is true. Most companies, I think, put cuffs on there, but I will cut them off before keeping them on, unless it's what I want. I have a couple of pair that are like the athletic joggers that they don't have cuffs, but they are tight on the bottom, which is fine because it still allows you room without like being super restrictive. So I'll do that, but if it has cuffs on it, sometimes I'll just cut them off.
Then I have a seamstress question, which is, when you cut them off, how do you keep them from fraying constantly?
You don't.
Okay, good talk. Because that's the biggest thing, especially with even these Bronco sweatpants. I love them, but the moment like the bottom started to fray, it was like never ending. Just kept getting worse and 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 worse
and worse.
Apparently we have an answer. Caleb says National No Pants Day is May 6th. This year's annual No Pants subway ride took place on January 9th.
Yeah. Sure, all the subways love that.
Papa Paz says, I prefer no cuffs, but sadly loads of companies are making cuffs on the bottom of them. I will say in winter, though, the cuffs are super helpful. Well, that's one thing I've learned today is apparently some prefer cuffs so that they can fit, quote, in their wellies, end quote.
Wellies? Get some wellies?
Top of the moron.
Good moron.
To Hyper, good moron to you.
It's like moron. Holy moly. It's what, like 2:30 a.m., 3 a.m. over there?
It's early.
Yeah. Oh, whoops.
Happy January 22nd to you, Hyper. Can't believe Theo's playing against us.
Bob probably got her controller.
It hurts, Theo. Hurts real bad.
Dang it, Bob. Dang it, Bobby. Oh.
Yeah, nearly 3 a.m. where Hyper is this morning.
Sick, bruh.
So late / so early, depends on how you look at it. That's true. It's about 1 hour to rise time for old Hefty Goof at 3 a.m. So I wish it was 4 a.m. I'm still waking up in the 5 o'clock hour as of late. especially as we battle the COVID thing in the household, trying to take care of everyone. It's exhausting. It's tiring. So, but thankfully I'm not sick as of yet. So hopefully we'll make it out unscathed. We'll see what happens. Try. It's 7:50, 10:50 East Coast, 3:50 for those watching GMS in the UK. Our friend, hey, it's Brendan _TTV asked about Wiener Window. We take you back to 1 year ago.
Must be large, not in size, but like I don't want to be tight fitting. They need to be like loose fitting. They need to have pockets and a drawstring, and preferably no flap in the front that opens up. I don't need that in my pajama pants.
No wiener window.
Yep, don't need it. Okay. And the pants I got this year are my NASA pajama pants, and they check all those requirements, and they're fantastic.
He said wiener window. Mike, I'm so happy that you're with us. Oh my gosh. He said wiener window. Oh my gosh. There you go. Wiener window. 1 year ago today.
Wiener window.
Brendan goes, we were playing Call of Duty. That's how you know that's a year old. That's true. That was a long time ago.
Accurate.
Galaxy far, far away. All right. Let's do sports. This day in gaming history. Those are two separate segments. We're going to do sports now.
Sure are.
This day in gaming history we did last hour. And I'm sure many of you are curious, well, what was it? Well, Resident Evil 2 came out for PlayStation. Dragon Warrior Monsters came out for Game Boy Color. And Skate 2 was released for PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. So
364,806.
Brendan goes, I do kind of remember making a joke about the best song from Dear Evan Hansen, waving through a wiener window. That's funny. All right, it is time for sports. Yesterday, in sports, what's going on? What is going on?
Stuff.
The only thing I really see here is they fined Dak Prescott $25,000 for comments condoning fans throwing objects at officials, according to the Associated Press.
Wait, is it condemning?
Condoning.
Oh, condone. Oh, yeah. So I was like, wow, they're saying that he shouldn't say bad things? Yeah, no, I don't like the Cowboys.
What?
Dallas.
You don't like the Cowboys? We all do that.
Yeah. There is some sports. Yesterday, or actually this was from like Tuesday, the Jamaican bobsled team qualified for the 2022 Winter Olympics. Here's to you, Jamaican bobsled team. And also yesterday, your Portland Timbers transferred legend Diego Valeri to his boyhood club, Lanish. I don't know how to spell it. Lanus. Lanish, the club that he came from, back in Argentina. It looks like he's going to play one last year with his boyhood club. He came up through the Lanish, through their system, came from Lanish to Portland, spent the last 8 years here as a true legend. He's going back to Lanish for one last year. After this season, he'll come back to Portland where his family will remain to play a testimonial game in 2023, which is, if you're not sure what a testimonial is, retiring players will get a whole bunch of guys that he used to play with that'll get together to play. It'll be Portland versus Lanish. He'll play one half with each team. And then after that, he'll become an ambassador for the Portland Timbers. So namesake, one half of the namesakes for Diego over there is Mr. Diego Valeri. And build the damn statue was trending on Twitter. Build the damn statue, because he is an MLS legend.
It's Diego, the gaming morning lizard.
Timber.
Yeah, I saw that because I know you hurt your back yesterday, as you mentioned earlier in the show, and I saw this. Like, is this bad news or is this good news?
It's good news. Okay. He's 38, 37, so he's on the he's down the list a lot. He was basically relegated to a bench spot. So I mean, he's a heck of a player. He'll always be a a Portland Timber in our hearts. He is our greatest player. He's our all-time leading scorer and assist guy. And if he was going to another MLS team, I think a lot more people would be upset. But him going back to his boyhood team for one last hurrah, I think, is very fitting for him. And then he'll come back to Portland and represent the team. And one day his daughter will play for the Thorns, and everything will be amazing.
The only other question I had is, in the testimonial game, does it count for anything?
No, it's like an exhibition. They're usually just fun. So the guys will kind of screw around a little bit and like pants each other. I don't know if they actually do that. I think it happened once in like a Red Bulls game. I don't know. They just do weird things.
Right,
they have a good time.
Who do you think he'll play for first?
I have a feeling he'll suit up for Lannis first, and then finish out the game with the Portland side.
Will it be in Oregon?
Yeah, it'll be in Portland.
Nice. Yeah, the story from Scott Stump, NBC News, talking about the Jamaican bobsled team. Nearly 30 years after Cool Runnings became a feel-good hit movie, it's time for a reboot back in the Winter Olympics for the first time in decades. Yeah, 1998, awesome. I guess, was the last time. So, yeah, there you go. Top of the Moron to you, Gabe. Thank you for the host and joining us for Gaming Morning Show. We are a morning radio show that plays games, and we are asking you about Sweatpants this morning, which is why I got my Sweatpants belt on this morning. Yesterday, your Seattle Kraken, a 3-2 win over San Jose in NHL hockey. Today, your Portland Trailblazers are at Boston, your Los Angeles Lakers are at Orlando, and your Seattle Kraken host St. Louis. There you go. NFL playoffs this weekend. The games are set. Here is your lineup. 1:30 on Saturday Pacific Time, Cincinnati at Tennessee, followed by San Francisco at Green Bay. And then on Sunday, it'll be the Los Angeles Rams at Tampa Bay and Buffalo at Kansas City at 12 and 3:30 Pacific Time, respectively.
What time do the Eagles play?
The Eagles have been eliminated from the postseason. They will play against September 2022.
Great. Gotcha. Okay.
Probably a 1 p.m. Pacific Time start.
Great.
Or at 10 a.m.
They're coming to Indianapolis this year. Well, next year. One of the years. So I'm excited about that.
Have you been to Lucas Oil?
Yeah, I went to a Colts game. So the Indy 11 played there for a while. So as a capo and working with the Brickyard Battalion, I became really good friends with all the like ushers and stuff. So my very good friend, my IRL friend, Kyle Andrew Goodpaster, and I went to a game there and got bumped up down to the lower level with thanks to our good friend Usher. Not the Ursher, the Usher, the other one. And we got to sit and get some great seats, and people brought us food, and it was wonderful.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah. Wow.
We should do that again.
Wow.
Hang out with Lucas, Mike O, and KAG. Let's go.
Wow.
Be fun.
When we go, I'll live stream it, and then I'll ask him to leave.
Quiet goes, Eagles have a travel day.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks.
A lot of travel days. Game Pride, I've been / performed at Lucas Oil for a band competition.
Nice.
Huge stadium.
It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful.
That one's about 15 years old, isn't it?
Oh, it's super old. They should probably tear it down.
No, they shouldn't. But I'm just saying, like, one. It's really impressive.
No, it's pretty new.
They're not following Atlanta rules. Build a new
stadium every 3 years. Yeah. Sorry, guys. This one's falling apart. No, it isn't. Hit it with a hammer.
Baseball in Atlanta, baseball in general, locked out baseball players plan to make a counteroffer to management on Monday, 11 days after clubs gave the union a proposal when a snail-paced negotiation resumed following a 42-day break, according to the Associated Press. Are we going to see baseball as scheduled on March 31st?
Not a chance. Okay. The owners are being a bunch of words, and it's not good. They haven't started blaming the players yet, which is a good sign. Usually, we're coming up to the point where they're going to say, well, the players just won't accept the offer we're giving to them.
Ooh, this is actually kind of spicy. The Tampa Bay Rays' proposed plan to split the season between Florida and Montreal was rejected by Major League Baseball. The owner, Stuart Sternberg of the Rays, said it was flat out deflating, according to Associated Press. When asked if he felt somewhat betrayed by his fellow owners, Sternberg replied, quote, "That's a word," end quote.
Is he and I the same person? The guy's a bum anyway. He's saying, well, this is a very complicated situation, and maybe Quiet, because Quiet's a Tampa guy, right? He can no, Quiet's an odd. Who cares? He's a Florida guy, so maybe they talk about it on there. But they wanted to they wanted to do the half season in Montreal, half season in Tampa Bay, and he came out and said they can't. Tampa Bay can't support professional baseball, which is mostly true. I have a friend that was a Tampa cop and said that no one really cared about it. It probably shouldn't have been in Tampa to begin with, but now Major League Baseball is talking about expansion. Nashville and I forget what the other city is are leading contenders to get a team, but a lot of folks would like for baseball to return to Montreal, and then of course there's a huge push for MLB and PDX. Mm-hmm. So Portland's on that short list of potential as well. But we already have like 47 teams, and they don't draw any people. I don't know why you'd want to add more.
But that you said Nashville's leading for expansion, but it's not Portland by chance?
It's Portland wasn't on the list for the top two. However, I think Montreal and Portland are the quiet leaders on the clubhouse. Yeah. They just don't want to come out and say that. So.
All I want is just to have a retirement plan, and that's as much baseball in the Pacific Northwest that I can drive to on a daily basis, and that would include Portland. So I'm hoping that happens.
I think baseball in Portland would be huge. They really embrace their sports teams.
Well, but then there's the Portland Beavers, and I don't know if that was part of the problem, but when MLS came to Portland, then they got rid of the Beavers, and I don't know how that played out. I'm asking the question because I don't know if the Beavers weren't popular enough or it was just they were collateral damage to bring the Timbers to MLS. So
I think it's a little column A, little column B. Unfortunately, one of the problems about sports in Portland is I think the Winterhawks kind of suffer from this too. It's considered minor league. So, I mean, they get decent enough drawings, and there's people there, and the team is really good. Mm-hmm. It's just, they have this minor league perception of like, it's minor league sports. Like, it's fun. It's fun for the family. I mean, I went to a few dozen Beaver games, and they were fun. They were cool to go to, but I don't think the stadium at that point was fitted nicely towards baseball, and the layout just wasn't great. So I think they could do great. So
yeah, and the other thing too is Portland's still just growing exponentially.
Oh, huge.
So the one thing that is nice is it should be a better draw for major league sports as opposed to just minor league teams. And by the way, Winterhawks, great. Go watch junior hockey. It's amazing.
I did see a thing that they said the riots may have injured Portland's chances, which made me chuckle because there really wasn't any.
Yeah. Hauser, my only comment about pro baseball, who cares? Oof.
My only comment about Hauser is who cares? I'm kidding. I care. I love you, Hauser.
Yeah, baseball fans are a different breed. And when I say fans, I mean ones who watch 120 of 162 games. If you can do that, I'm amazed by you. If you can watch 60
games, maybe.
I'm amazed. Chris M. asked Drum Corps for Gay Pride. No, I wish it was Bands of America during high school. And
I love the Drum Corps.
You really offended Quiet, so.
What? No, I didn't.
Calling Quiet Tampa Bay. Quiet's Orlando.
Yeah.
Go Pride.
It's all the same.
The problem is the Rays don't play in Tampa. They play in St. Pete. That could be a problem.
Which is like right across the river. Who cares?
Checkpoint goes, baseball should be 7 innings and give everyone bats, not just the batters.
That's fine. I still stand by they should let animals onto the field at random points. Everything from like rabbits to like an elephant. See what happens. What's the worst that can happen, right?
Smolecule will join us on Monday to 5 Questions GMS. We'll talk about architecture in video games on Tuesday with Julia from Arc Daily. And then we also have a 5 Questions guest lined up for Tuesday as well. We'll tell you about our guest. We'll reveal that person on Monday's edition of Gaming Morning Show. That is Mike. I am Hefty Goof. We have one more hour to go on International Sweatpants Day. We look forward to it. Stick around with us. It is January 21st, 2022. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningShow.tv.
sleeping alone, but you can't decide. And it is plain to see that your priorities just do not fit right. I can't reconcile this feeling. Whoa, whoa, 'cause I remember when you had to TT. There is empty space where your body won't stay next to mine. Nothing to embrace but the loneliness of this cold night. Oh, this fever comes and goes. Time slows. But the longer I belong, the more I grow. Trying to get over you, but you can't decide if you're still wanting me. And nothing's in between, 'cause it's more divine. I can't reconcile this feeling, 'cause I remember when you had to TT. There is empty space where your body won't stay next to mine. Nothing to embrace but the loneliness of this cold night. Oh, this fever comes and goes. Time slows. But the longer I belong, the more I grow.
In a world where keyboards just won't work, one streamer is determined to make it right.
I want a D that works. I need the D to work.
A quest that would take her on a journey of a lifetime. With her baby daddy by her side,
That's how we do, baby!
He's not my baby
Blue
daddy
light
or my
mix. I
anytime
just
near
got it.
soon future baby daddy.
she overcame all odds and fixed the D.
My D has been broken for so long, but I touched it. It was so good, and it feels so good to have a D that works.
This summer, Superphonic,
Sorry, Kiki.
Kiki Lowe star in The Lost City of D, a gaming morning show production. Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, Community Games. Don't let the person hanging from the balloons fall into the monster's mouth. And GMS, Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Join our Discord and become a Patreon. Go to gms.watch and click on where to find GMS. All ahead on Gaming Morning Show. Time for hour number 3. Right now.
Morning, gamer.
Gaming Morning Show continues. Thank you for being here. It is Friday, January 21st, 2022. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We would love for you to go say hello to Ruggs doing a 24-hour stream as we speak. YouTube.com/Gaming Morning Show is our YouTube page, and you can go there to have a chance to see the 5 questions GMS interview with Ruggs from earlier this week. That is Look, It's Mike O. I am Hefty Goof, and it has finally happened, Mike. I've been waiting to find out how long it would take for somebody to notice, and of course it was Kalaf who did. Bob has been incorrectly identifying the name of this game forever, and finally Kalaf has caught him. Instead of floating from the balloons, Bob has been saying hanging from the balloons for a very long time. And it's been a controversy that I've been waiting to address on the show. And I'm very sorry that Bob has misspoke and said the name of the game wrong for probably over a year.
Damn it, Bob.
So, to help, I will make sure that Bob knows that you are all very frustrated with Bob, and that Bob will have to do better. Okay.
Bad Bob.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, Bob has done several things right. So if you really focus on those, like Bob's very good at telling jokes. Bob has really revamped what the inside of the box looks like. Yeah. It's very, very
Should I get the swords? Is that...
Go ahead. Yeah,
Okay.
I think you should.
After the show, I'll grab the swords. Okay.
Maybe Bob needs more air.
Oh, you think it's like an oxygen to the brain issue?
Yeah, maybe that's why Bob's been saying it wrong for so long. Just can't remember that one particular word.
Gotcha.
Plenty of air in here. No need to worry.
Okay. Well, I don't
Trying
believe
to help you, Bob. So
Please help
me. It's fine. Everyone's laughing. Is this why I never get the acronym right? Says Brendan. That's true. It's Bob's fault.
Freaking Bob.
Anyone need a good spritzing?
Maybe you.
What is he spritzing people with? Now that I think about it, because I don't. Oh, Bob,
Maybe.
what are you doing in there?
Maybe he's getting water out of the bowl, putting it into his mouth, and he's like, psst, psst.
That's really gross, Bob. It's COVID, buddy.
Maybe Bob has like a good. You know how some people can shoot water through their teeth?
Yeah.
It's got that going. Could be
Ridiculous.
Could someone crack the window, please?
You don't have a window, Bob.
Yeah, jeez. Caleb, well, the person is hanging from the balloons. Very much floating, if you look at it. So.
Yeah.
Ooh. Missed opportunity by me, Brendan. Yes, I should have had the sad piano music playing. Sorry.
That's okay.
Stick with us. We'll get worse.
Great.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Morning to the final hour crew.
The final hour crew is here. It is 15 past 8 o'clock on this Friday edition of Gaming Morning Show. 11:15 out east, 4:15 for those watching GMS in the UK.
Totally do.
Thank you for being here. It is good to see Ambassador of the Final Hour crew, Brendan_TTV. So is Chris M.E., who added last hour talking about baseball. Did anyone ever play Base Wars for NES? It was robots, and base runners could contest outs by battling the fielders. Did you ever play Base Wars on NES?
I did not. Holy
This game was
moly.
awesome. You could customize your robots. They could be like floating robots. They could have like tank, like bulldozer track type bases. Some could like shoot lasers, and you'd like upgrade them, and then you put them in particular places to be more successful. Like you could have a second baseman who could catch people trying to steal from first. But yeah, anytime that there was a tag situation, they would battle. Blow up. And then if they were destroyed, they were out for the rest of the game too.
Interesting.
It was really fun. Yeah, Base Wars. Only on Peacock.
Base Wars.
True. Let's see what else is going on. Kalaf is here. Earthling Gaming is here. Good morning to you, Earthling. Thank you for hanging out with us through the course of this morning, of course. What else is Last Checkpoint's been here. Gabe Pride, thank you for the host on Twitch. Quiet I Am Gaming, thank you for being from Orlando. Appreciate that. Hauser thinks baseball is boring, but has been hanging out with us nonetheless. It's exciting to see you. Hyper's checking in from Australia. Many, many others have been with us this morning. I remember Kate Zaid, I am JF Downs, and others over the course of this Friday show, International Sweatpants Day. Chris M.E. says, I think Base Wars would be a lot more popular than current baseball.
Shut up, Chris. Baseball is ridiculous, though.
Is it? I love baseball.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things, right, where you in person is 1,000% better than on TV. The problem, right, is that it can be a slowish game, and dudes are like pros at wasting time, like pros, and they try to put all this stuff in to fix it, and it's just like, it doesn't really fully work. But I mean, I enjoy it. It just takes forever, it seems.
So you talked about in person is better, and that is true. And I think that this is what we're running into is TV. You have to be very good on TV for sports to be like entertaining.
Yeah.
And the NFL has gotten TV down to a science, right?
Yeah.
Baseball on TV is not nearly as fun. Neither is hockey, and you know how much I love hockey, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when those sports aren't as good on TV, or they're harder to find on TV, then they're not going to be as popular.
That's the other part of it too, right? Is it's super, super inaccessible for a lot of people because you either need to have like because everything is regional, right? So everything's on a regional sports station, and so like for me, like all you get here are Cubs and Reds games. Luckily, I have other ways to watch baseball, but like, and then all the like the MLB at bat and stuff is stupid expensive. Like, they price the fans out. I mean, and it's kind of like the game in general. Like baseball is one of the most inaccessible games to play, unless you come from you have money. Like, because you need a glove, and the gloves aren't cheap, and you need cleats, and cleats aren't cheap, and you need a bat, and bats aren't cheap, and you need balls, and balls aren't cheap, and it's just. So yeah, it's like, soccer is becoming super popular because literally all you need is something to kick. Like, it doesn't even need to be like a proper ball, right? You can kick anything. Football, very, very much the same thing, right? You need your skill. You can throw anything. When you sign up for a team, they provide everything. They provide everything minus the cleats, right? Mm-hmm. So they give you pads and jerseys and pants and yada yada yada. And same with basketball, whereas in baseball, it's hard. I'm lucky and spoiled because the Mets announce team is incredible, and they keep the game interesting. But I think it's few and far between.
It's interesting because I hadn't considered, I'd thought of flag football and all that stuff is pretty affordable, but I hadn't considered like that there was a lot more of an expectation that when you play baseball, you're required to bring all your own stuff. Mm-hmm. Whereas with football, a lot of that stuff is provided by the high school or the organization. So when you were playing high school baseball, were you responsible for a lot more of your own stuff?
So I didn't play the official because of my heart condition. I couldn't get a doctor to sign off. But even the wood bat league I played in, like, they didn't provide anything. Like, they provided game balls. But like practice balls or any other balls you needed to have, it was, everything had to be. The only thing they provided was the jersey shirt, and you had to buy a hat. Wow. So like if you wanted to wear the team hat, you had to actually go out and buy it, find it or order it online or whatever. So, yeah.
No, there's been a lot of discussion because I see Chris mentioned hockey as a sport is inaccessible because of all the equipment you need, plus it's still a very white sport.
There you go.
And when you were describing baseball, my brain went to golf, right? And golf has some of the same barriers because you have to have access to expensive clubs and equipment. So,
well, and not only that, I mean, you have all these like country clubs or private courses, right, where you need to have your own clubs to play there. Like, you can't share clubs with people. Like you each have to have your own bag or they'll throw you off the course. And for me, I've been lucky. My uncle got me into golf, and he provided a lot of that stuff. That was insane. Holy jeez. I'm not even mad about that goal. Like, look at this. He's like, wah, and he just flies on over. And it's like, what? But my uncle provided me with a lot of stuff. But a lot of people don't have that opportunity. So, yeah, there's still some stuff that are very whitewashed.
Yeah.
So, and it's... Whoa, cracked.
Well, and even like, Chris mentions hockey now being on ESPN Plus. So the way that you watch the out-of-market games, because MLB was the one who started this, being able to watch as many out-of-market games as possible for a certain yearly fee, and then a lot of the other sports followed, because they had things like Extra Innings, which was a satellite TV or cable TV thing, but then they made MLB.TV and allowed you to watch more games, but when NHL.TV came out, it was roughly like $140, $160 a year, whereas ESPN Plus costs roughly $7 a month. I want to say $6 a month. So the price.
Not only that, if you bundle ESPN plus Disney plus whatever the third one that comes, Hulu, it's what, like $16 a month. So.
Roughly
That's
the
hell
same,
of a deal.
Roughly the same cost as just NHL TV was for 6 months worth of hockey. 7 months worth of hockey.
You're getting a lot more stuff.
And I always caution, like, that's the price right now. Things always go up the longer that they're around. But that said, I agree. Like, there's ability to watch more random hockey games, because even I got to the point where I was only buying the Flames package for hockey, which was $120 a year. Now ESPN Plus, I can watch that plus any other games I want to. So I agree.
Yeah.
It's now 8:23 West Coast, 11:23 out East, 4:23 for those watching GMS in the afternoon.
Doodly-doo.
Quite a lot of regular public courses will yell at you too for not having your own set. Well, and then of course there's the topic of dress codes and all these other barriers that people make artificially on golf courses. Right? You have to have a certain attire and whatnot. Like, let's chill out.
Luckily, I live in Indiana where they don't have any of those, and people are like in jorts on the golf course. It's great.
Quiet often here. You need a reference to get into golf clubs and very expensive annual fees. Not sure if I am luck here, as there is a lot of golf clubs, so it's not so hard, but still not cheap. Yeah, I mean, one of my goals is to golf more. I love golf. I've always liked it. But it's really hard to afford, $20 per round,
$20, man. I'm gonna go to where you are.
Well, I'm just saying, like, even on the cheapest golf courses, $20. Let alone if you're playing like, what do they consider them? Beautiful golf courses or whatever, right?
Well, our cheapest, it's $47 for a round with a cart. So.
$47 is the cheapest golf course you have around?
$47.
I mean, listen, this thing is like got sand on the greens instead of grass on the greens, but it's $20, so who's complaining, I suppose. But that's expensive. You add it up. If I want to play once a week, that's $80, right? If I want to play once a week at your place, it's around $130, $135, right? That's hard to afford on a routine basis. And then you look at like the memberships, right? Roughly $1,200 a year at minimum, and that's some of the cheaper places, right? You look at a country club and $6,000, $12,000, right? So
it's crazy.
All right, let's play some Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall into the Monster's Mouth. Let's see if Bob's learned his lesson. Bob, how do you find out the record for this game?
To see the record for the most balloons banked in Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, remember to type the easy-to-remember acronym, ! DLTPFFTBFITMMREC.
I think you got it.
It's a lot of letters.
Not a few letters, at least. It's a lot of them. I'm surprised no one typed it Do you want to play medium or easy?
Let's do medium. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. I'm going to get this set up, and it's going to be amazing when we finally do. Just can't wait for this whole thing to happen. It's going to be good. Gaming Morning Show. It's International Sweatpants Day. I hope you're having as good of a day as you can have today. Let me get the game set up. And then Mike's going to tell us a story here in just a little bit as well. That's the wrong one. I go here. Ha ha! I did it, Mike. I got it figured out.
Take that.
All right. Look at the person just walking along, minding their own business, and all of a sudden this monster jumps out.
Whoa!
So we are going medium, which means we have 6 balloons from which to float. Kate laugh. Hard mode, no items, Fox only, final destination.
I don't get it. What is Fox only? Kyle.
So, JF Downs just guessed the letter U. That was the start of the one vowel word in which, we lost our streak of 269 balloons in easy mode.
Nice.
And so Chris timed him out.
That's fair. Uh-oh.
Super Smash Bros. That's where the reference Fox only comes from, according to Brendan.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a Nintendo person, sorry.
All right, Earthling went with you, and we popped a balloon. Nice work, Earthling.
And the Downs went with a D.
Hey, that one hit, so...
Hey! Nice.
Not bad. Not bad.
Turns out Downs' D button was broken. He just kept pressing it and popped up.
Well, yesterday, Chris M.E. picked Google Feud just to make everyone pay for throwing during the course of that last game of Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth.
Chris doesn't hold on to grudges, does he?
Yeah, Chris has already forgotten about it. Downs is talking smack, says, boom, in your face, Chris. Because the D actually worked.
Oh, Brendan, I couldn't hear it, but I saw it. Yeah, it did not look good.
Brendan said it was the worst Google Feud yet. Yeah.
It was terrible.
We haven't played that game in so long that they've changed the Google Feud website, and it was just brutal. From the
I was really upset. Yeah.
To the
said
the
my
topics.
mom is, you guys didn't pick Stuck in a Dryer. I was pretty upset by that. A. We got an A. Ayo.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
Was it a miss?
No.
Oh.
He was talking about the dryer.
Oh, gotcha. Lots of people get stuck in the dryer, you know?
Shack Planet.
I don't think that's it.
R. Nope, it's not Arnold.
I was going to say, someone guessed Arnold, and I looked at it again, and I was like, is it Arnold? No, it can't be, because the R is in the wrong place.
Is it Amiad?
Hello, FHC.
It's good to see you, Jack. Thank you for lurking. Appreciate you being here for the FHC.
Al.
Bob wants an L.
What kind of name is that?
Well, I already know what it is.
Anderd. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's Alfred Hitchcock. So
Yeah, I don't know why you all didn't figure it out, but...
Adele D'Onofrio. Correct.
Adele Dazeem.
Ding, ding, ding.
We got 3 balloons. We can play one more. This is books and movies. Books and movies.
Jeez, that's a lot of letters. Oof. Independence Day.
Beating the heat.
Sorry.
Ooh. Ooh. Mike is prematurely cracked.
This never happens.
Cracked.
Nice work. Big swing, 6 balloons. It was a perfect outcome. And we banked 6 balloons and have a total of 9.
I'm really annoyed that your favorite movie made it on there, but I have yet to see a Shack. Makes me very upset.
Producer's advantage.
Wall hacks.
Maybe the next time that we have to have you produce, then it'll be Shack Planet that day.
I've produced before, and it wasn't. I never
The
got
next
Shaq.
time. The next
Oh,
time.
okay.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's a good movie though.
This is good. Decent movie. Not the
we'll-
second one. The second one's terrible.
We'll be doing a watch party for it. It'll be really exciting. It's going to happen very soon.
Fantastic Four, B-Movie, Legends of the Hidden Temple, every MCU movie, Hackers, Pride and Prejudice, and Zombies, Frozen 2, Christmas Comes to the Packland.
And Independence Day.
And Independence Day.
Yeah.
Brendan, the day we get Shaq, I quit the show.
What'd Brendan
I
say?
walk away for it. Brendan said if we ever get Shaq, we would melt the chat. If we get Shaq, I'm turning off my camera and that's it. You'll never see me again.
Technically, Down says we are getting close to the record. We now have a new medium strength record on Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. We've never played before, so we have 9. As far as I know, I don't remember
Here.
during the summer when Sean was playing the 17 paragraph version of this game. I don't know, maybe they played medium then. I thought it was easy though. So
I don't know.
let's go to Ben Hooper's story, Mike. This is about the world's smallest park, and if you've never seen this park, it is extremely tiny. So tiny that it had to be modified for a road project.
It is an incredible small park. I have been here before, and it's so nice. The completion of a road construction project in Oregon resulted in the return of the world's smallest park, now located about 6 inches from its former location. Mill End Park, a tiny patch of green in the median of Portland's Nato Parkway that received its first plants and its name from Oregon Journal reporter Dick Fagan in 1946, became a globally famous landmark as the world's smallest park when it received recognition from Guinness World Records in 1971. The tiny park was demolished as part of the Portland Bureau of Transportation's Better NATO Forever project, but Portland Parks and Rec announced Mill End Park has now been reconstructed about 6 inches away from its former location. The park, which measures around 2 feet wide with a total surface area of 452 square inches, bears a new sign and a new cloverleaf park border. Portland Park and Rec said officials are hoping to hold a rededication ceremony for the park in the near future.
This park is 2 feet wide, Mike. Okay.
It is. I love it. I've been there many times.
If we got one of those squirrels from earlier, the squirrel would be bigger than the park.
It'd be like, oh my gosh. It'd be like Godzilla coming through the park. Holy moly.
We have 3 foot long squirrels, numerous of them, in our list of the day, because today is National, Squirrel Appreciation Day?
Yeah.
And they would run the park.
They would destroy it. That would be terrible.
You get the flying squirrel in the air, the shadow cast would be bigger than the square footage of the park.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
This
You all right there,
summer,
bud?
the squirrels are coming.
It's a kaiju! No, it's a squirrel at Mill End Park. I almost got hit by a car trying to take a picture there.
Isn't it like right near a crosswalk?
Yeah. Well, that doesn't mean people are going to pay attention to it.
Oh,
What are
I
you talking
agree.
about?
We shared yesterday in the Discord, TV reporter got hit by a
I
car.
saw that. And she was like, it's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. What? No.
It kept going with the report. You know who I was most shocked about? The anchor seemed very unfazed.
Yep. This happens all the time. It's fine. Well, she did make mention that she was leaving in a week, so maybe he was like, yeah, we don't really like this lady.
I will admit, too, because Chris and me went to bat for,
Oh, gosh.
not doing self-shots, because it used to be every reporter would have a camera person, right? And
Yep, now they just have...
Yeah, you set up your own tripod, and you do your own self-shot. And it's funny, because I hadn't even considered, that having been able to help, her in that situation. because I have just accepted the fact that that will never happen again, where you have enough people to actually, you know, do the job.
Yeah.
Which is a sad state of affairs.
Well, it's cost cutting is what it is.
Yeah.
It's not even a lack of having people. It's cheaper for them to just give the reporter a tripod with a camera and be like, here you go, set it up. We'll take care of all the production stuff in the studio.
The hater didn't even know how to react to Chris.
Which is totally fair.
I mean, got hit by a car. And it wasn't like head on, but it wasn't gentle
tap.
either. Yeah.
It was a big hit. Yeah.
Flew into the
I
camera.
was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. What's funny is she talked the entire time. There was no silence. She continued to just do her thing and then got up and did whatever. I was like, what?
Well, and the person got out of the car. Thankfully, that would have made the story even more worse, where the person just drove on by and wasn't even concerned about it. But she's like, you were so sweet. Thank you. And I'm just like, what? You got hit by a car.
She hit you. All you're saying is you're sweet.
Well, like, I get where she was coming from. You're sitting there being like, okay, hey, listen, I'm fine. No, don't worry. I mean, like, it's really crappy that you hit me with your car, but I happen to be fine. You're very kind for checking. But, like, you should have checked. Like, it was a bare minimum. And I'm happy she was okay. I hope she's okay.
Yeah,
'Cause it made me wonder if, like, adrenaline was kicked in or something, right? You know, so.
Kyle, if you're not busy, can you Google that story and see if maybe there's a follow-up?
Yeah, I think it happened 2 days ago, so.
Yeah.
Hello, FHC.
Hello, FHC.
Pickle is here.
Oh, fudge.
Pickle says, thanks, Chris M.E. I came in at the wrong time. To which Chris M.E. replied, you're my favorite former TV news person by a long shot, Pickle.
Doubtful.
Takeaway, that's pretty okay. I may have just learned that Pickle used to work in TV news. Pickle says, you know how mean people are to reporters while they're doing their job. A reporter I work with was egged while prepping. How
I don't
fun.
know that. That's kind of funny.
Top of the moron to you, KJ.
Hello, FHC.
KJ's here for the final hour crew.
Oh, that blows.
Yeah, Chris believes Pickle. A funny story. Of
Oh
being
yeah, I don't
egged.
doubt that either. People treat them terribly.
Be nice to your local TV reporter. Be nice to your local grocery staff, and just be nice. Let's be nice.
Just in general, just be nice. Be kind. If you hit somebody with your car, check on them, please.
You're so sweet.
You're so no. She's not. And I was watching. I was like, was it because it was icy? Like, no. She legit just turned into her.
Yeah, I want to know. Like, I want an overhead map of the area, because was that right at the corner of an intersection?
And it looked like it. And a water main was broken, so they had to like go around a little bit. But like, they have a very bright light.
That was gonna be. I've done night work with for media with lights, and you can see them.
Yes, by a lot. It's not like they're hidden. They're. I mean, those lights are like stupid bright. So how the lady? I'm assuming somebody was on a phone or watching like the construction. You know.
Yeah, that's probably a good assumption.
Ridiculous. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's still kind of funny.
To you,
now that she's okay.
Yeah.
Now that she's okay, we can have a chuckle about it. But yeah, at that time, that sucked.
To you, TV news reporter, we salute you.
Well, tip of the cap.
Real TV anchors of genius. I'm actually surprised that ad campaign, given the fact that everything that's old is new again, hasn't come back.
Give it a second.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen What's Up and the Frogs.
Oh, the frog. I missed the frogs. They were great.
Bud. Wise. We played Light Up Bob, that game.
Oh, jeez. Light up, Bob. Oh, sweet. I ranked up, and I got freaking wheels.
Congratulations on your wheels. Mike O
like half the
needs
reason
more
I hate this
wheels.
game.
Hey, Mike O needs some more wheels.
No, I don't. I got plenty.
It's 8:42. Thanks for being here. After the show, we're going to send you over to Ruggs, who's streaming live right now. It is a 24-hour stream for Wednesdays. 5 questions GMS participant Ruggs. 22-year-old, likes cats, coffees, and studies psychology. Kind of inconsistent. Noob at most games, but enjoys playing them. Also, we learned draw, and designer.
Very good.
24-hour stream today.
Yeah.
What were they going to try to play? Do you remember?
Wasn't it Phasma?
Was it? Well, they were playing that earlier.
I don't. Yeah. I don't fully remember.
Yeah, there was a game they wanted. Maybe it was. Oh, it was a Way Out. A Way Out. Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
They're playing DVD right now. So, yeah, it's a co-stream. Yeah, Ruggs and a friend are doing the 24-hour stream. So, A Way Out was a great game, by the way.
Thanks, Chris.
If you've ever had a chance, or if you ever get a chance to play it. And if you already know the big twist, still play it, because you'll see how it comes to be. It's an M. Night Shyamalan twist. Sean and I were playing it at Sean's old house, and like I was looking at him and he was looking at me, and we're like, no. We were just bamboozled and shocked. It's crazy. 8:44. Today is National Hugging Day, International Playdate Day. So we're all going over to Mike's house afterward and playing G.I. Joe and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I'm in.
National Granola Bar Day. We had the consensus that we like granola bars unless they are super rock hard.
Those ones aren't good. The teeth crackers? No thanks.
And National Squirrel Appreciation Day, in which we learned that some squirrels, many of them, in fact, the world's largest, squirrels of size are over 3 feet long.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Long squirrels. Today is International Sweatpants Day. So, final hour crew, we are asking you, do you have a favorite pair of sweatpants? I'm wearing I won the sweatpants wars because I have holes all over these pants, and I still wore them. I would wear these right now if they were not banned by Hefty Wife.
That makes me chuckle.
I do wear shorts, though, because this pocket hole... You know how many times, too, I dropped my phone? Because I'd put my phone in this pocket, and I'd miss the actual pocket part, and it just goes straight down.
I'd be less concerned about that, and more concerned about the little hole in the front where, little Hefty could pop out and say what's up.
Start of the wiener window. Everyone has some of those days sometimes, according to daysoftheyear.com. You get up, you attempt to go about your life as usual, but you just don't have it in you. You feel sleepy, maybe your head hurts a little, and the thought of getting all dressed up in a suit and tie or high heels makes you want to crawl back into your warm bed. And that's okay. We can't all be feeling our absolute best 100% of the time, right? Luckily, there's a day dedicated specifically to this occasion, International Sweatpants Day. So if you know how it feels to just want to spend the day lounging around comfortably in your sweatpants, this is a day you should be celebrating. The first pair of sweatpants were introduced in the 1920s by Emile Camusset, the founder of Le Coq Sportif. The first sweatpants to be made were a simple kind knitted gray jersey pant that allowed athletes to stretch and run comfortably. Since then, traditionally, sweatpants have also been ash gray in color, but over recent years, companies like Nike have put considerable effort into making them more attractive, while at the same time remaining just as comfortable as the original ones. Listen, ash gray is a wonderful color, so screw you for saying that it's not. Okay, look at these things.
Keep hitting your microphone.
It's my blankie.
It's ew. You know how there's like t-shirt blankets? They should make some sweatpants blankets.
Yeah, KJ, can you quilt me a quilt out of my
KJ.
sweatpants? Be great. So we're asking you, do you have a
gosh.
favorite pair? What do your sweatpants have to have? Mine cannot have cuffs at the ankle. Chris M.E. says, I'm not usually a sweats wearer, but this house is cold. I much prefer wearing basketball shorts. Mike!
I don't wear
Shorts.
basketball shorts. I wear khaki shorts.
I know, but still shorts over sweatpants.
Oh, yeah, shorts. The things that my sweatpants can't have are legs. From the knee down.
Other than that, love sweatpants.
Other than that, it's fine. It's fine.
KJ says, my fave sweatpants are leggings, and I have 35 pairs of them. The ones I am wearing today have witches on a broom on them. Let's go. These are nice. Jack says, leggings are fine, but the baggy and legging combo is not for me.
Sick, bruh.
I like a good squirrel barbecue. They never clean up after themselves, though, so I have to scoop the grill. Jack, are you cooking squirrels?
Yeah, I'm confused. Are they cooking or are you cooking?
Yeah, are they
'Cause
using
that
your
one's
barbecue?
Very confusing.
Mike and I are on the same page. Yeah, we're very confused.
Yeah.
Also, I have a squirrel picnic table hanging on my fence out back. So I appreciate you, squirrels. Appreciate you. Will you take us on an adventure? This happened in England, I think, right? Where a drone had a sausage and it helped save a dog's life.
Speaking of wiener windows, the Jack Russell Terrier called Millie went missing after coming loose from her lead in Havant. The Guardian reported she was found stranded on mudflats near Portsmouth, with rising tides threatening to sweep her out to sea, prompting a rescue effort to swing into action. Police, firefighters, and Coast Guards, multiple, tried tirelessly for 4 days to rescue her, but were left scratching their heads when even kayaking to her wouldn't work. Chances of Millie being reunited with her owner seemed increasingly unlikely when a rescuer had the idea of attaching a sausage to a drone with the hope of tempting her to safety. The chair of the Dead Meat Drone Search and Rescue Team, Chris Taylor, told The Guardian it was a crazy idea. One of the local residents on the beach we were flying from supplied us with sausages. I think they're from Aldi. The woman cooked them up for us, and we attached them with a string. Mr. Taylor said it was a rescue method teams facing the same challenge in the future might want to try. He said we certainly would consider using sausages again. Every dog and search operation is always going to be different, but if we were in a similar situation again, we would employ the same methods to lure the dog.
Awesome. I'm happy again. I read the story's headline. I was like, oh no, this is a story about people who were teasing a dog and getting it to go into the water with a sausage on a drone.
You saved it.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We had a lot of fun. Lucy the First was in here streaming probably later today. Even thinking about pups. Shout out to Kim Chica because was playing Paparazzi if you want to catch that VOD. I am JF Downs is a streamer as well. Been with us throughout the course of the morning. Kate Zaid will be on tomorrow, Sunday, on the debut episode of GMS Weekend Edition, which is the new show from GMS, a recap of the week's news headlines, a recap of all that happened with GMS over the course of the week. Also, panelists will join hosts Chris M.E. and Austin Attack, one of which is, look, it's Micah, who's on the left side of your screen right now. It's a new show, 7 a.m. Pacific time, GMS Weekend Edition. We'll also have content discovery and an interview with YouTuber Brady McCollum. Check it out on Sunday at 7 a.m. Pacific time, GMS Weekend Edition at gms.watch. It's time for your Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews, a recap of the headlines of the day that we did in the first hour. And here is your Vice video game expert once more. Look, it's Mike O.
Sure enough, you guys like video games and want some news? Well, here you go. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask is coming to Nintendo Switch Online next month. The game that was most known for being on N64, because that's where it came out, is going to be available on the Nintendo Switch Online and expansion pack tier. So if you are a subscriber to that tier on your Switch, you can go ahead and play. If you're not, sorry. But Majora's Mask is the next addition to that. Also, if you like Fortnite and you like Marvel, congratulations, you're in luck. According to Andrew Reiner from Game Informer, Hawkeye is now appearing in Fortnite, and that's plural Hawkeyes. Hawkeye. Their item shop was updated today with Marvel heroes, both going by the name Hawkeye. You can get the skins for Kate Bishop and Clint Barton, two comic book staples who are recently together in the Disney Plus Hawkeye series. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Both characters are decked out in purple and black gear with familiar elements here and there. They will have back bling, Hawkeye-themed harvesting tools, a glider, and a loading screen. You can get them for 1,500 V-Bucks each or 2,400 together. So if you like building sick 90s and running away from people and like Marvel, hey, we've got everything for you. And last but not least, of course, according to Jared Moore from IGN, everyone knows Microsoft bought up or is in the process of buying Actisoft Blizzard, which prompted some folks to be a little concerned about what will happen to the Activision Blizzard games that are on other consoles that are not Microsoft owned. Activision Blizzard has confirmed that it won't remove any existing games from PlayStation after it's been acquired by Xbox, meaning games such as Call of Duty Warzone, some of the StarCraft and Warcraft platformers, things like that will still be available on other consoles as opposed to just Microsoft. Microsoft acquired Minecraft last year and hasn't removed it from anything that isn't owned by Microsoft. So have no fears, your games will still be here. And of course, there are some video games out today. Those include Go Minimal from Switch, Hammer Kid from Switch, Horrid Henry's Crazy Carts from Switch, Jack and Hat on the Xbox One, Kunduo on the Switch, Merrick's Market on Switch, Mousecraft, the sequel to Minecraft on Xbox One, and for the most prestigious award in Gaming Morning News, your segment within a segment within a segment, Baby Storm on the Switch is your name of the morning.
Congratulations, eligible for Name of the Month consideration Monday. Big Name of the Month announcement. So be sure to check us out on Monday, as we are Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningShow.tv. Congratulations to Wiener Window. You have won our Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award.
Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award.
Great. Best teammate we could ask for. Wiener Window. One of Maiko's first and favorite bits that I've ever heard on this show.
Sure was.
Made me happy. It's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Hey, look! It's the clip of the day.
Toot toot. Here nor there. You can still play Hawkeye.
You know Fortnite is great. We just can't play it because we don't want to learn how to build.
Nah, it's a terrible game. Awful.
It's not me, it's you, says Maiko.
If they could put like an old dude version in Fortnite, like for people over the age of like 35 who are very slow builders, that would be fantastic. I would really appreciate that. So as Epic, if you're listening, please have like an over 35 lobby.
The Fortnite senior circuit.
If you're just people building very, very slowly.
If you verified your birth date in your Epic profile, then you can play if you were born before 1986.
And they turn on proximity chat, so when you're like, hey, how do I make the triangle thing? Oh, yeah, hit X. Oh, thank you. It'd be great.
$1 million idea. Fortnite Senior Circuit, presented by GMS and Look, It's Maiko.
Viable, super viable. I think you're sitting on a landmine, Epic.
I actually think you're right, only because of this. I've heard so many comments about I would like Fortnite if I didn't have to build. Yes.
Or at least make the building less like all you can build is a wall, nothing else, just a wall.
That's great. Yeah, you don't have to have.
I could do that.
Have battles 80 feet in the sky.
Yeah, it's the running up part that's I have the issue with.
We've created something that could be one of your takeaways that were pretty okay. What is your takeaway that's pretty okay, chat? Something you learned from today's show. We told you about the dog and the drone and the sausage. We told you about British-Belgian pilot Zara Rutherford, who circumnavigated the world and becomes the youngest to ever do so, youngest woman to ever do so. And the world's smallest park has returned to Portland after a road project, but it is still smaller than some of the world's largest squirrels of size. We are going to send you over to Ruggs, of course, doing a 24-hour stream. Please say good morning from GMS if you are watching on Twitch. And we will say hi to Ruggs, who played 5 Questions GMS earlier this week. Smolecule will play on Monday at 8:20 a.m. Pacific time. Look, it's Mike O. What is your takeaway? That was pretty okay.
That if you need to lure a dog, just put a sausage on a drone. And easy peasy lemon squeezy. The dog will go wherever you want.
Might be one of the best uses of a drone I've ever heard about. So,
yeah, absolutely.
KJ said, love you guys. Have a great weekend. See you Monday for the first day of my new job. Congratulations on the new job, KJ. I hope it goes right. Slower builder mode for old hands, according to Brendan. Fortnite Senior Circuit. I'm so down, says Earthling. Let's go. Brendan also said, congratulations. You know what, Blockbuster was you are certified old. Proceed to the geriatric Fortnite lobby. I know what you mean. You had to get the certification, and then you're approved to go into the old person Fortnite. Even Dallas is like, I would be in for an old man Fortnite.
FIFA used to have a thing, right, where if you played like on easy and scored a lot of goals, they'd be like, do you want to move up to the medium? Fortnite would be like, you look real rough at this. Do you want to go to the senior circuit?
It's so good. My takeaway that was pretty okay after Chris's, my takeaway is that I'm ready for Robot Baseball to take over. Listen, find Base Wars, NES emulator. It was a lot of fun. I like that game. Downs' takeaway is, I will see you on Sunday. Yes, GMS Weekend Edition starts this Sunday. Debut episode hosted by Chris M.E. and Austin Attack. And, look, it's Mike O. Kate Zaid will be your panelists. The Week in News, The Week in GMS, Content Discovery, Interview with Brady McCollum, and more, 7 a.m. Pacific time on the same GMS stations. My takeaway that was pretty okay is Fortnite apparently has different versions. I think I know that. I'm not entirely sure.
PvP, PvE.
Yeah. Mike, you are an absolute gem. I absolutely love you. Thank you for being here. Playing injured today with a hurt back, so thank you for doing that. You get bonus points.
Go do some work from the bathtub in a second here.
Ooh, I like it. Make sure you're watching some things. For Austin.
Keep it unplugged.
For Sean, who may be back on Monday, but who you can see right now on the Far Cry 6 GMS Plays series, which is out right now on our YouTube page. New episode may launch on Sunday as well at noon Pacific time. Also, we will have Best of the Week on YouTube at 8 a.m. Pacific time, so that's nice too. We'll have Weekend Edition leading into the premiere of Best of the Week, which will be nice. For those two, and of course for Mike O, I am Hefty Goof. Thanks for having fun. Please say good morning from GMS to Ruggs, and we will see you on Monday for the next Gaming Morning Show, and on Sunday for GMS Weekend Edition.
I'm not looking for someone